And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open Championship. It's Championship Monday. We're starting off with the semifinals, and we'll be moving on to the finals a little later this afternoon. David Burney is in the booth with you, and I'm joined by Christian Youngers. Good morning, good afternoon. How you doing, Christian?
Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for having me.
So a great match to start things off on the semifinal. Our featured match will be CC Yoo, defending champion of the Seattle Open, going against Brady Golan, past BC Open champion, past Canadian champion. Going to be a beautiful match right here. Best of 7, so whoever can get 4 frames to the good will move on to the final. Our other match is in the semifinal is Ross Bradsen versus Varun Juneja. So we'll be checking back and forth with them, but we'll keep our eyes glued to this match between Brady and CC.
There's a nice little shot of the trophy, too. We managed to get it all set up, polished nice and pretty. This should be a good one. Definitely 2 of the strongest players in the field for sure. Here, CC and Brady. This could easily have been a final as well.
Definitely, I think any match today could have been the final. Even also in the quarterfinals, there's a lot of great players. The standard is raising in the Pacific West out here. Let's say Pacific West because we've got to encounter Canada as well up there. If you say definitely. Vancouver, it's actually the Pacific Southwest.
Southwest, yeah.
Geographically in Canada, but up here in Seattle, it's the Pacific Northwest. If you look at a map of the USA. And do let us know where you're tuning in from out there on the stream. If you have any comments or questions or want to throw out your support to the players, I'm pretty sure they'll feel it through the Ethernet of somehow. And I see Ian Dawson is putting his foot forward and putting in a good cheer for Brady.
Looks like the second match has just gotten started too. So Varun is broken off there. And we're underway on all tables.
Yeah, talking a bit to Brady last night, he was kind of excited by the bit longer form of a match because you can kind of make a few mistakes and you can also kind of go for more balls early on, where these short matches like the round robin was best of 3, the quarterfinals and the round of 16 were best of 5s. Now you can kind of let it go in the first few. You won't see them really clamping down until it gets a little closer to the conclusion. So we could be in store for some nice high breaks early on.
Yeah, it definitely changes the dynamic of the match, for sure. Best of 3s and the knockouts, a little bit more sporty, a little bit more attention to detail in every frame, a little bit more conservative play we saw. Definitely in the best of 5, for example, the match between Brady and Charlie Brown yesterday, that one was a pretty good one. That also could have been a final. They were definitely playing with a little bit more respect back and forth. But yeah, I wonder if we're going to try to see maybe opportunity for a high break of the tournament here. We know Brady has gotten a handful of 40s, I believe. He's gotten a 46 twice, and he knocked in a 47 yesterday, which still stands as the high break of the tournament. Right there, it's a nice shot into the middle, so see if he can make work of this rack. Nothing is safe on these tables. Not from these players.
Yeah, he's got some open reds that he can take on with this black, so good opening opportunity for Brady in this first frame. Won't have to worry about disturbing those other reds just yet. And this is the opportunity you do want early on just to get your arm going, feel a little loose, kind of warm things up. It is nice having these heated tables.
And a little bit of a border battle between these 2 semis. It's a U.S.-Canada matchup in both matches.
And it's true, yeah. We could have an All-American final, an All-Canadian final, or a Canadian-American final. So
yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Raymond Fung in the Facebook saying, thanks for all the hard work. Local snooker bros. You know who I root for. Yeah, we know who you root for, Raymond. He's not at the table yet, but
I know he's making me blush. Sorry, I'm not at the table just yet, Raymond, but soon enough.
Soon enough, we'll get Dave Burney out there. Mike Dominguez is at the table, however, he is our head referee. Focusing on our match table here. Spotting up the balls. You can see him there in the corner. Doing great work. For those of you who ask how Ox Billiards came to be, it's because of that man right there. Putting all the hard work, showing his passion for the love of the sport.
Yeah, and if it just breeds. More people feed off the passion and stuff like that. So if you're passionate, you can definitely, have the powers to be to open up a club in your community. I know you're starting to see a lot more in America, more clubs growing up. The one out in Nashville, down in Arizona, and Embassy in Los Angeles. It's great to see. Great to see that there's a rebirth of it in Canada as well. So it's good things happen over here in North America for the game of snooker.
Definitely, yeah. It's got to keep working and keep building it up. Oh, wow. That was a massive shot, I think had he made it to his cue ball, would have had a little slightly different path, and he probably would have hit the reds in a more favorable nudge. But he hit the one red that was kind of the only red available or open, kind of at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, kind of surprised he hit that hard.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe he was trying to run into the left side of the reds, maybe, or not exactly sure. But CC with a chance, playing safety on this loose red up table. It's going to be an interesting frame if somebody can get back in. The red's pretty much all available, and they're all kind of pushed up towards the pink spot more, so the black is wide open. We just got to get it back on the spot is the only thing now that it's tied up a bit. Attempted red there, and I think he's left shot into the middle.
Yeah, didn't get back to bulk on that shot, so. A little edgy, obviously, they always are in those first frames. Definitely of a match, definitely of the day. You just gotta trust your technique. These guys work day in, day out practicing things, so most of the time they all have great technique. It's what's going on between the ears is the difference. Mm-hmm. Who has the more mental strength, and we'll see that today.
So he's choosing to take this one to the corner, maybe because the angle off of the red into the right middle is going to go towards the pink and the black. He might not get a shot, or towards the reds maybe. But this shot may be a little bit safer to get position somewhere. Oh, not quite what he wanted.
Yeah, I wanted to come past that black, not push that black out into the open. It's there to the yellow pocket, but it has some distance to travel, and CC's got to negotiate these reds queuing over there, so it's not a simple walk in the park. A bad shot. He's only left one red available for Brady to hit. We clip off the right side and come up and down table.
Yep, into the stack. Manages to come out a bit, but it's got good coverage, a good cue ball.
Definitely got that nice and close to the ball cushion. Would have loved it to be nice and tight. As always, those cushion shots are a bit trickier as you're putting your hand on the cushion. You're cueing down on the cue ball on the top. Inadvertent siding can happen, so that can happen. CC just couldn't get the power to get all the way back into bulk.
This actually might be a little bit better, however, since he didn't leave this red available to the left corner pocket. I guess it depends, yeah. Nothing really goes into the left corner, I think, so he might be opting to take one of the reds on the right, which definitely more difficult of a pot, but not impossible. He's probably going to screw back here, though, since no black is available right now. Can go forward, maybe 2 cushions. Yeah. Oh, that's a good shot. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing the black ball being used for quite a while. It's safely over there on the left cushion, so hopefully soon enough Brady wants to get that pink developed. Because right now it's not really going into any of the two top corner pockets. The only open pocket is that right middle. Well, actually, like that, and I'll say that maybe, no, that pink's really glued to that red, so he's going to need a shot to develop the pink.
Mm-hmm. Brings the touch of inside. Might have rolled this a little far. Might have to take it to the pass to the corner. Nope, just going to take a bold color now. Pretty straight on this green. I think you can go screw off the left long rail. Oh, he decides to play along.
Graham, thanks for tuning in, saying hello to us in the booth and showing that Canadian spirit as he's cheering on the Canadian contingency in this tournament. It's nice to see. I think there was a few last year in this tournament from Canada, but definitely now that shall we say, the world is kind of getting back into some frame of normalcy, I guess, after that unfortunate pandemic that we all had to endure. It's nice to see that just restrictions are eased up so we can get good quality players from both sides of the border here.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Speaking of Brady, this past weekend, been learning a lot about his endeavors in the sport and what he's accomplished. Previous professional on the World Snooker Tour. Now kind of in sort of the waning part of his career, but still able to get out there on the tables and make some really good breaks, showing us how to play. Tough miss there. Tough pot though to get on. He wasn't really going to be on anything other than a long blue maybe. But Brady putting on the points.
Yeah, Brady, and in fact, all the Canadians actually that went over to England, the Thorburn, the Warburnick, the Weich, the Stevens, all those guys, Bob Chaperon, Alain Robidoux, always embraced by the Brits, actually. A lot of the British really enjoyed their time with the Canadians. You know, Phil Yates is just a big fan of Canada with all our wacky and unusual humor. Just can't get enough of us.
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of Phil Yates humor sometimes. Maybe it rubs off. Oh, he's gonna just slightly overcut that red. It's a bit of a tricky pot since there's no black here, so I wonder what the move is here. Probably go forward since it's now more natural to control the cue ball that way. You just want to make sure you escape making a strange cannon on this red. It's close to the black spot. Could screw back as well. Much more cue action kind of required. Yeah, pretty good. So he was fairly straight and he was able to come up. But I don't know if the not yellow, the pink, is it on into the middle?
He's taking it on full-blooded, so it definitely looks like it does.
Yeah,
I think that was the one pocket that I think the pink was going to go to.
And it is on. So CC in. His first real attempt at the table here. Sargon Isaac and Facebook saying, streaming tables look great. Thank you. Try our hardest here to put a good quality live stream. Show off the equipment. World-class, top-notch stuff these guys are playing on. It's basically what they're using on the Pro Tour, right? Just here in America.
Pretty much so. Yeah, this is the same equipment that will be in Sheffield, England, in about a month's time for the World Championship of Snooker. So Mike has spared no expense here, giving the snooker players the best ability, and all the players, even the guys that have come down from Canada, have just been amazed by this wonderful room and just the area in general in Seattle, and just, you know, it's just good to get out sometimes and explore the world a little bit. Gives you some good perspective.
Definitely, yeah. I imagine we're going to start having a sort of a cycle of players that we're going to start seeing here at the Seattle Open every year, and then as well up at the BC Open, since two cities being so close together. It's really only about an hour or 2 hour drive or so, 3 hour drive, depending on the border weight.
Yeah,
So,
probably like 2.5 hour drive from Seattle to Vancouver. But then it becomes 24 hours because there's a long border line.
Yeah. For all of you Nexus card holders, you can make the trip easily every year.
Yes,
no problem.
Maybe we should get some Snooker Nexus cards.
Snooker Nexus cards, yeah. Does the government issue those out? We're a entity of the great sport of snooker. Can you give us a break here? Let us get across the border. So our second match looks like they're off to a little bit slower start, more tactical battle. Do a little quick hop over there right now. Looks like it's actually 4-1, I believe. Ross is up, but so they're just kind of popping the reds all around, playing a bit more conservatively. Meanwhile, we have CC and Brady here putting on break after break, some high quality stuff. We've had a break of 16, a break of, I think it was 24, 22 from Brady so far, and now CC's on a break of 21. So definitely some high-powered offense so far.
Yeah, and he wants to take a lot of these loose reds. Doesn't want to break open those two reds just by the pink spot. He's quite happy with having the pink on the black spot.
Yeah, he's going to pick off this one off the top cushion next, do you think? He's got a perfect angle probably to come into it with the pink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from this angle, it doesn't look like he's straight on into the pocket. Looks like he's just on the top side of this pink a little bit, making the natural angle to get down to the red on the top cushion that much easier. Good afternoon, Vineet Tasani, who came down actually on Friday.
Yeah, Vineet, how's it going?
Or actually on Saturday, him and Vineet and Baltaj, who's up there, both came down, and Vineet jumped in to help out with some refereeing. So we really appreciate that, Vineet. And Baltaj, always good to see you in the room.
Baltaj asking, what's a successful safety for the stat? So the scoreboard that we have configured, you actually input safety, misses, fouls, etc. Oof, you got not the friendliest of rolls there. Probably should have opened it up with a bit more side on that screwback shot, but tough pot. But yeah, our scoreboard here that we're using, I think, is used for a lot of the WPBSA events. And from what I understand if a safety is made and the opponent is able to pot a ball after a safety, then that is an unsuccessful safety attempt. Whereas if any other result, whether it's a miss or a safety, happens after a safety attempt, then that would be a successful instance of a safety. So I think that's what they're using to calculate it. But a lot of these average shot time and other percentages come just from you inputting the numbers in, or the actual actions that happen at the table. It's a little bit more of a sophisticated scoreboard, but if you're not having someone constantly there manning it actively, it can be a little bit misleading at times. But looking at safety success rate, 66% from both players. So about 2/3 of the safeties that they're attempting, their opponent isn't able to pot a ball as a result of. So
True. That's why we need more and more volunteers so we can have dedicated scorekeepers. So then those stats can be quite accurate. So I know Christian's doing a great job here, but sometimes he has to step away. So sometimes he might be focused on a player for a little bit longer, and that might not correctly represent their average shot time.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the best example is if you leave the ticker too long on one player, it'll just boost their average. But it's like a foul and a miss then. Solid safety from CC. So good idea of making sure that he plays safe on these two reds that are blocked up, because now it really forces Brady to really get the speed right and not want to open these up. You might actually hit it a little hard here. Oh, that's a good shot. Had he made any sort of half ball contact on that red, he probably would have left something available into the corner pockets, but was able to hit it pretty full.
this red that's just the left of the pink spot. It's pretty thin to go down, and you need a lot of power to go into the top left corner pocket. So he's just trying to maybe land somewhere behind that yellow.
Yep, wants his red to move too. It's not a bad result, but I think this is definitely safety coming up that might be in trouble for CC. Is he gonna get behind this green? All right, he's covered the red on the long rail, so no cross double into the corner. This red does pot, I guess, into either corner pocket, but I wonder which direction he's going to send the cue ball. I'd imagine cutting it to the right corner pocket so you can treat it as kind of a shot to nothing.
Yeah, just got to watch out for that red into the top left. That red that's on the right cushion you're saying might, if CC was to go up and down table, he might cannon into that. Looks like he's going the opposite side. Good to hear that Kelowna's tuning in. Cheering on there, by the way, Brady. Thank you, Andrew, for tuning in. And Ken. Yes, we're hoping that this is a good match. It should be. CC, as we've come to know, that is probably the premier player in this part of the world in Seattle. And good morning, or good afternoon, David Brock, and probably good evening to you over there in England. This is just the first frame of a best-of-7 semifinal match of the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open. Defending champion CC Yoo is taking on two-time BC Open champion, Canadian champion, Brady Golan.
We've got David Brock in the chat too. How's it going, David Brock? Good to see you out there. Ooh, watch out, yellow here. No, I think it's fine. So we're going to start seeing a lot more back and forth now, I think, with these last two reds. Until someone makes a mistake and leaves something on.
Yeah, it's going to be those safety battles, which sometimes are a bit tricky to explain to the newcomer, because a lot of people are like, well, there's pockets, there's balls to be shot in. Why aren't they putting any of the balls in there? Sometimes, mostly, game of snooker is not really all what you make, it's what you leave your opponent. So if you can leave your opponent with a spinning head and not sure what to do, you're going to be a quite more successful snooker player than if you're just going and potting balls.
Mm-hmm. Andrew Knox asking for prize money for top 3. I think we have top 4 now, since we're not doing a third place match. So semifinalists, I think, are 3x the entry fee, something like that.
We'd have to check with Mike, but I think he did actually pay out to the top 8.
Top 8 total.
So
okay.
the 4 quarterfinalists that lost, there will be payouts obviously to the 2 semifinalists that lose, unfortunately, here, and then the winner and the runner-up.
So I think the first place is 3,000, second place is 1,500, and then the semifinalists are somewhere, I think, in the 700 to 800 range.
I think 750, yeah.
750? So. Okay. Wow, look at this shot here.
So not a little bit bad paycheck for the weekend, a weekend of fun. It's definitely an amateur game. Everyone's here just to have a good time, and it's an interesting thing. Sometimes we see these tournaments where these guys feel like they're playing for like millions of dollars and esteem of being a world champion, but the amateur game let's open it up a little bit more. Let's make it a little bit more exciting. We don't always have to put a player on the back rail all the time.
Right, yeah. Andrew Knox, thanks for the comment. Appreciate it. We're trying our hardest out here to provide a good quality stream, good quality tournament.
Yeah, and if you are in the Seattle area, feel free to come on down. Admission is free. It's a tricky spot to find Ox. Once you know it, you know it. But I think the guys and gals down here don't mind being a little bit mysterious. with Ox.
Yes, indeed. A little bit of a speakeasy vibe. Kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. We're in the Capitol Hill district, so it's 1432 Pike Street in Seattle. That's where you can find us. Come on down. We're just getting the semifinal started, and there's going to be a final later on, so maybe when the workday is done, because I know Mike has put it on a Monday. And first I thought he was actually trying to emulate what the English do, because as far as I can remember, for most world championships in snooker, the final will fall on a Monday, and it's a bank holiday in England.
I see.
But it's only a bank holiday in England. If this is a world event, why are we coming to close on a Monday?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think one of the benefits is to the Mondays here at Ox are member days. When the club is members only, like you said, a Monday, most people are at work, a lot quieter. Nobody's really here. We're not closed, but members only access, so it makes it a little bit easier to manage when we're not open to the public and it's just the main event happening. So tonight probably we'll see more of a crowd, like you said, post work hours. See a lot more players coming by and watch. Wow, uber thin hit there. Nice shot from CC. He's going to come around and still leave an edge, but had he gotten behind that green, would have been a devilish safety.
Yeah, it's a test of both players here. These thin little snicks.
Yeah. Once again, same shot from Brady, but he's trying to get behind those balls. Might have succeeded here. This is a good one, I think.
That's a full-blown snooker right there.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure we get the replay out here so we can help Mike out.
Yeah, that was a good tactical battle back and forth there. And someone was going to make a mistake at some point. And it looks like that has happened here. As Brady put CC in a very nice snooker, because one thing is getting out of the snooker. Another thing is, you'll see now a lot with the players here today, they'll be eyeing up and taking more care of their escape route, just because they know they don't want to leave any red on, because their opponent could clear up the table. DA, I believe the membership is it 200 here yearly for membership at Ox? Christian is a part owner, so hopefully he can fill me in on that information.
Yeah, 200 a year. We have a little overlay we'll put up about the membership after they takes this attempt. Just to get to the red there. Yeah, if you guys want to learn more, here's the membership details. 24-hour access to the club, $8 off-hour access. It's kind of self-service. You clean your own tables, you do your own thing. Charge it through portal online, and 20% off whatever the public rate is. And the details there about the price per year and deposit. It's a pretty good deal if you're planning on playing a lot of Q Sports. I think I worked out the math that the discount alone of 20%, you earn that back as long as you're playing about 10 hours, 10 to 15 hours a month, I believe, something like that. So pretty significant if you're planning on playing a good amount of snooker and pool. But I think the main caveat, the main attraction is the sort of off-hours access. You get a key card. You can come in whenever you want. You can bring a +1 or play with other members. So it's kind of like a half private member, half public open situation. So pretty cool. So it's like a couple of fouls, or one foul from CC.
Just wanted to go on the other side of that green. So it's getting like a big collection area there with that green, brown, and blue. But I think, yeah, that's the way going forward, I think, a lot for these clubs. As space is obviously tough to find sometimes, and these big tables need the space. And if you put it like how you guys have here, a membership program where they have access all the time, that just helps out, and helps out the room owner, because then they don't always have to be in the room, because obviously if you're becoming a member, you sign a certain paperwork that you will treat the equipment with care, as it is your club, so there's no point of being a ruck house, shall we say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it kind of is goes both ways because most often too, if you want to play pool anywhere, usually in America at least, most bars, especially in like weekdays or even the weekends, don't open until a certain hour. They're not usually open before noon, and if you're an early riser and want to go practice before in the morning time, wow, look at that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, it's a good opportunity to kind of just come in the early hours if you want. Nobody's really here. You can build it as part of your routine. Helps the general player more so, right? That's kind of our focus, is to kind of enhance the standard of the Q sports and to be here for the players first.
Well, that's good to hear, Baltej. I think, yeah, maybe some off-hours access needs to happen to the club in Richmond, as that's good to hear that he's saying it's getting too busy.
Oh, it's getting too busy. Is he talking about top 147?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, nice. Heard of another club that just opened up there too, right?
Yes, Eric Lee has the Star Snooker Club, just in the same area as Top 147.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 3 of these star tables that these players are playing on. Another snooker enthusiast that has spared no expense. And that's kind of what we need. Maybe we're in Vancouver used to have an incredible Vancouver area, Burnaby, Richmond. They had a huge amount of rooms way back. Seymour Billiards, Jubilee, Chenier Hall, things that were before my time when I came out to Vancouver.
I see.
But,
nice he's made a 3 cushion. Wow. He gives a hand wave there. Wasn't intended, but not really usually an apology. When it comes to the hand wave, I feel like you're not really apologizing to your opponent necessarily. I feel like it's more of just an acknowledgement of, hey, I got lucky on that one. I wasn't calling it.
That 3 cushion always is kind of played with safety in mind. So, but
yeah, I mean safety primarily, but always with a notice or understanding that it could go into the pocket, right?
So yeah, so apologize. I don't think it was really a big fluke, but very nice, very sportsmanship there.
Yeah. Now a pretty good snooker here. This black, I think, is in a prime spot to cut off the 1 cushion escape. You might be able to bend it since the cloth is sliding quite a bit still. We do have the strong number 10 cloth on this table, so it will slide a bit extra top on the ball off after hitting the cushion, so might need to use that kind of bend. I'm not sure how much of that left cushion he has available, though. If you can't see past the side pocket, I don't know that it's on. Might have to kick the 1 cushion to the right around the blue in between the green-black.
I'm almost coming top cushion, then take the left cushion and try and come up.
Okay, he had to swerve a bit. Is it going to be enough? Oh, nice contact there. Excellent shot from Brady. But I think it's left part of this yellow available. Hey, Triple G in the chat. I was saying he's on lunch watching from Port Townsend. That read to put him in a prime position to lock him up behind the 6, though. This could be a multi-foul here. But yeah, excellent escape from Brady on the first try. This is a previous World Snooker Tour player we have in the building, so definitely knows what he's doing. Check him out. He has his own Wikipedia page, Brady Golan. So I don't think this pot is available, otherwise CC would have already taken it. So I think he's trying to figure out what kind of safety he wants to play.
Yeah, maybe 2 cushions behind the green. Just got to watch out for that pocket there.
Yeah, doesn't want to catch the jaw on that. Send it with pace. It's going to go around with the cue ball. Because you get behind the pink here. This could be another one. Wow, talk about a shot
Great
there.
shot.
I think he's got him. Mm-hmm. Excellent shot from CC. Wow. Yeah, Triple G does play a pretty mean 9-ball as well. I was talking to him yesterday, and the story I heard was that Dan Louis actually, on his multiple tours to Canada, winning various tournaments, basically he's the one who taught all the Canadians how to play pool, apparently, all these snooker players who were, wow, look at this shot. Holy smokes. Excellent kick shot, and he was able to kick it in. That's insane. We got some high quality shots here, folks. But yeah, Brady Golan back and forth. He has a chance here. Everything but the black is practically on its spot. And this green is a little bit tough. It's going to play a safety, it looks like. It's got to get some legs to get to the middle. Wanted to get behind the blue at least. But yeah, he was talking some war stories about some previous players. They used to play various tournaments, etc. But yeah, looks like Danny taught Brady Golan a lot of lessons and a lot of little shots here and there that you learn on the pool table maybe don't come up quite the same on snooker. What's gonna get him? Is he gonna get him behind the pink again? He wants the green to roll now. It's not gonna be there, so this long pot is available now for Brady. Pretty prime position. You can nail it. Yeah, he went all out for that, I think. Uh-oh.
Not going to have a good result as this green is going to land in a very easy potting position for CC. Brown, blue, and pink are out in the open, so that's all he needs. See if CC can draw first blood in this semifinal match.
So that green puts it almost level within one. CC's going to need pink, I believe, on this to close the frame out. And everything on the spot, so sitting naturally for clearance down to the pink. It's a pretty key shot here.
Good angle on the blue to naturally come down for the pink.
How's his pace?
Ideal.
This is frame ball to close out the first one. Oh, you felt the pressure there.
Wow.
Totally just a pressure pot.
I thought we were done and dusted there. I'm going to have a little in-between break there, but this one continues to go on, so interesting. That's a shot that CC makes 99.5 out of 100.
Yeah.
But as you alluded to, maybe just a little bit of nerves came in. Stage is pretty big today. It's Championship Monday here at the Seattle Snooker Open.
There's a little different vibe here, too. The club is totally quiet. A couple photographers in the room hanging out, but no real ruckus, no real sort of bustling happening in the background, so you can practically hear a pin drop. Maybe that sometimes adds to the focus. Maybe it can also be distracting at times because any little thing can kind of put you off, but don't think that was necessarily the case here for that shot for CC. Maybe he just escaped the moment a bit and knew that this was take the first frame. Which is a pretty massive win. CC's only dropped one frame, I guess, in this tournament so far, right? Against Daniel?
Correct, yes. He might have dropped a few more if Daniel just had a bit more snooker sense. Fortunately, learned the hard way. CC going for that snooker. Unfortunately, didn't get it, so we're looking like we're coming down to the black ball for this. Should be a formality here for Brady. Just looking where he wants to place his cue ball, maybe just a little high to potentially go for the double on the black. But yeah, it's interesting, like obviously with these tournaments, we're in most of the time live active rooms. So you do have to deal with the public coming in and playing their other games around. Not a lot of the time that these players are in kind of a more professional atmosphere, which we have here, which is very quiet. As you said, a pin could drop. But Brady is the one that has been familiar with this, obviously playing on the Pro Tour, knows the ups and downs, and probably played in a lot of wild places that we could only dream about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Little cagey, little nervy first frame, getting close to about 40 minutes in frame time. But as they say, you're never into the match until you win that first frame, so both these gents want to draw first blood, and we'll just see who can take it on this final black. No, that's not his best shot. Yeah, I don't know which is worse, dead quiet or constant ruckus. Kind of. I think the constant ruckus kind of you can act like white noise and kind of just phase it out. I think you and I were talking about it, Christian, about the etiquette about around the table. A lot of people sometimes they'll be walking back from the restroom and they'll be coming close to the table, and then they'll just stop movement because they see.
Wow, what a shot!
So CC takes that first frame, 60-51. And we will back on that note. We were talking that a lot of people will walk up and stop when a player's on the shot, and then once the shot is done, is continue on. But I think we were saying, you just want to have a constant walkthrough. If you're a spectator, just it's up to the player. They can pop up from the shot if they need to be. So anyway, we'll take a look what's going on over on table 2 while Mike Dominguez sets up. Looks like Ross Bradsen is up to his old tricks. Looking good against Varun.
Yeah, I think there was just a foul from Varun here and left the yellow available. So now he's up to 44, Ross is. With the yellow, puts him at 46.
Yeah, so snookers are required now. We're just having a look because there's 34 in it and 25 on the table. So it does need 3 snookers to win. But that pink is in a interesting position there. So maybe we'll just kind of see how this one wraps up in this first frame, and then we'll go back to our featured table. The benefit we'll be doing today with these semifinals is if there's good drama on one table, we'll be switching back and forth. So don't worry, Brady Golan and CC Yoo fans, we will be coming to back to that match. But this is kind of some excitement here. Just seeing if Ross can close out the first frame.
Yeah, an interesting safety. I don't think he's got behind the blue here, so Ross probably just going to roll this brown close to the pocket. Oh, he's going to play behind the pink. With needing that many snookers, I feel like it's, at least in my mind, I probably would try to take the brown and just push it down to the left corner pocket and try to make it, obviously, but make it with such a pace that if you miss, it's going to just settle over the pocket and make it really difficult to keep playing safe on. Because you probably wouldn't try that, strategy if you're looking at multiple. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Very nice shot there by Varun.
Yeah, when you're in one snooker territory, I guess that's what I'm thinking about is you generally don't want to be just pushing the balls to the pocket because your opponent can then have the choice of where they want to play shape to in order to play the snooker that they need. But when you're in multi-snooker situation, I think it can be prudent to just play on to the pocket. This might be, nope, not a free ball situation, I don't think. It's going to be a foul and a miss. Or sorry, just a foul. No replay since snookers are required. But I think Varun's having Ross continue shooting from here, which is still allowed.
True. He has the choice. Put him back in, or Varun can play from there. So Mike Dominguez just coming over and giving a clarification.
So at the start of this shot, if snookers are required, there is no replace rule. I believe what Varun is asking is that now that the gap has been bridged, so 22 points now means there are no snookers required, right? 22 available. Put Varun at... actually, no. It's still one snooker's required, right? One snooker?
Correct. There was a foul points. It should be actually on to 23, I believe.
No, I think they marked it correctly.
Did they already mark down?
Yeah.
If they've already marked down the foul, I wasn't too sure there. I was kind of looking at our TV table as Brady was kind of on a few reds and blacks, but missed the black. Yeah, that scoreboard is up to date when snookers are required. You can't be put back. Basically, you have to earn your snookers to have a chance to win. Just another difficult thing in this wild game of snooker. Just when you thought it was easy, they pull another one.
Yeah, right now CC at the main match table is on a break of 7, it looks like. After a miss from Brady on the black. See, now I think Ross is pushing the brown up to the pocket. I think this is the right shot. Probably would have been easier to do this sooner. Even though Varun's going to make this, you sort of just take away a ball at a time every time. And if you have 3 snookers and there's only 3 balls on the table, then you just do that 3 times and the match should be over if the opponent just keeps making the ball. At some point, they're going to have to try to commit to a tougher situation.
Yeah, there is some debate. Some players, when there are the snookers required, it's just like doing what Ross is doing right now, maybe just trying to roll that blue ball over the pocket so you're forcing the player that needs the snookers to pot that ball. But some people have come from the line, well, you should still, it's kind of not an aggressive shot, I guess, putting it over the pocket. So with anything with this game, it's always up for debate, and people have talked to it at great lengths and deep into the evening. There's conversations going about it, so it's what you're comfortable with, pretty much, and what you need to do to win the frame. If you're comfortable with just rolling it over, because now Ross has kind of got to look out. That pink is in a nice area there.
This one, yeah.
Some wild Q power there. Just going to try for the black. Just didn't get it.
This might actually get close to the middle. Not quite, but now he's going to lay a snooker, I think, behind this pink.
Yeah.
Ross should.
Always good philosophy. If your opponent is needing snookers, it's good to put them in a snooker.
Oh, he's maybe left an edge? No, it's very close, but...
Be paper thin, maybe he can hit it. But I think he's got the snooker there. Maybe Varun can get a little bit of it. One thing is, with it thin, he might. Oh, didn't put it in. Yeah. Ross is going to be kicking himself. I think there was great opportunity really to put Varun in that deep, well-placed snooker, but he let him off a little bit.
So might want to hop over to the main table just quickly and see. Looks like CC on a break of 6 so far. A couple of smaller breaks, a few misses from Brady, and building up a little bit of a lead. Let's put him at 11 on this break. Some of these reds definitely on. Check back in with the Ross and Varun match in a bit. We'll see. I guess actually right now Ross is on this blue. Is this the shot to close the frame? No.
He's left Varun a chance to get that snooker now. Let's see if
this
Varun
is the
can
one.
better him.
Sorry, folks, we're just jumping back and forth, but we got two matches going and some good action. Want to make sure we keep track of what's going on. Does it get past the pink?
Ooh.
No, it's going to bump it. Now this is Ross's chance to close out the frame.
Well, Ross has a snooker opportunity here.
Yeah,
just stun into the blue and hang around that pink. So
yeah, and then you'd imagine Varun would have to take the concession after that. But let's see if he can get it. Yeah, nice shot. Meanwhile, CC's sending the ball around the tables on the match table. Nice shot on the blue.
And that blue's in a tough spot there for Varun as well, close to the black, so has to be pretty accurate with his escape here.
Yeah, this could be curtains.
What if he's just going to come off the bulk and come off the right cushion? Two cushion escape here. Using some fours.
Wow.
Well done.
Nice shot there from Varun. Highlight reel shot. Even though he's down and is in the snooker's acquired stage, what a hit there to stay alive in this frame.
Good hit, but unfortunately, as you can see, he's kind of sold it out there to Ross. Ross should be able to get this pink in or blue in there and get the first frame.
Oh, he shot it at pace. I'm confused. I feel like he should have just rolled it in. He would have been naturally behind the yellow or the pink, maybe.
Yeah, Varun getting let off a little bit. Yeah, you're seeing Ross just kind of shaking his head off table. Just knowing he's had a couple of good opportunities. Because there is going to be a time when Varun is going to get nestled to that pink and possibly give Ross a few headaches. So.
Mm-hmm. So only one snooker required territory, right? Right now, points available would put Varun at 41.
Yes, and then a 5-point foul in the blue would force a black ball respot. So yeah, 1 5-point snooker.
So yeah, I wonder if the pink is in a really good spot for these type of snookers, right? So, might be that's why he's letting it stay up. But I wonder if there's a world where Varun actually pots the blue and then plays the snooker with the pink in order to, if he gets the snooker with the pink, it being a 6-point snooker, would actually be able to steal the frame instead of going to a black ball respot. I wonder if that's going to come into play at all.
Yeah, I just feel with how where the pink ball is, it's just such a great position that I think he'll not really want to do anything with the blue. He does have that backup plan if Ross is able to put the blue like in the jaws of the pocket, and Varun has nothing more to than just hit it in.
Yeah, true. So I guess you're saying that the chances are higher of getting a snooker with two colors on the table to hide behind as opposed to one. Your chances drastically improve. So especially where the pink is right now, you don't want to use that as the ball. But there goes the blue for Ross and ends that frame. We'll go back over to our main match table.
Yeah, we'll be checking on that one, but Ross takes that first frame, so that's good to see for our Canadian fans out there. One Canadian is up, one Canadian is down. And he's down a bunch as well, Brady, in this frame. CC with a 28-7 advantage. But cannon to that blue. Didn't want that. Get deep back into bulk, so we'll see if Brady can do something with that mistake from CC. But once again, the black is tough on that left cushion. The pink's not really... It's kind of tied up with those reds.
Yeah, we've been seeing the breaks that CC had in the last frame all came kind of from the pink and blue. And in this tournament, we've seen Brady really strong on the black, making the majority of his shots there. But in this frame, we're going to probably see a little bit more of a low-scoring game, I'd imagine. No big breaks with that availability for the black and the blue. The pink tied up. It's going to be probably a little bit longer frame, more back and forth. But definitely the pressure on Brady not having big colors available and being down by about 20 or so points.
This looks like a straight on yellow too. Going to play a deep screw here.
Slight rattle, but just kind of did more of a stun shot. Interesting.
It would be nice. He looks, well, maybe he's taking that red that's closer to the top left corner pocket, but at some point it would be nice if you could find a red. What's this? No, not going to drop there, but to find a red that he can cannon into the black and get it off the cushion, get it into a more potable place, because definitely you'll notice, as you've alluded, Brady likes to be on the black ball a lot, and that's what all players want. They want to see that opportunity where they can get the black back on its spot or develop it, because it's 7 points and you can make a good score and get ahead quite quickly if you're taking a lot of reds with blacks as opposed to reds with blues or greens and stuff like that. So the more seasoned player does like to get that black in a potting ability.
We'll take a quick look at the bracket too. This is how the players got here. CC battling through Dave Daly and Daniel yesterday in the last 16 and quarterfinal. Brady taking down Charlie Brown in a heck of a match in the first round of 16, and then taking down Gary Wallace 3-0. Ross Bradsen had a lot of back and forth in his matches. He had a 3-0 win against Jay, but against Alex Newstead, that came down to the wire. And then Varun with clean path to get to the semis as well. So if you're making it to the semis here, definitely one of the players that deserves to be here at this point. Only tough players left in this tournament, that's for sure.
Another little mistake there by CC. It's fortunate that there isn't really, a lot of
colors, right?
And being up against that red. I wonder if Brady can get some cue action there, because that pink might go into the left middle. Brady can get.
Yeah, good starter balls everywhere, but not really anything on down here in the business end. So blue and black are about as safe as can be. So at this point, I think probably benefits CC more so, having the lead. Brady not able to make a big comeback. Oh, maybe he was trying to open up the blue there on that shot, possibly.
Maybe just rub and nestle up to the red, the blue, like leaving only that one red that's up at the bulk. Enough of that red that CC can just clip off of and potentially give himself a shot to nothing. That would definitely free up the pink, be beneficial for both players. So look at the angle, he'll take that red onto the top right. Shouldn't be worried about the red and black won't cannon into them, I don't think, with the angle.
Ooh, sounded like a strange hit on the cue, and he opened up the balls too on this miss. This could be huge. Does this red go into the right middle? I don't think it's very easy.
It looks easy, I think, on the TV screen, but on that angle right there that we have, that looks very thin. Not one you're wanting to take right now.
Yeah, that's definitely not a shot you want to take on.
You'd have to be, I think, just right behind it. Delicate roll it in.
Looks like he's going to try to shoot this up past the blue. Believe it should pass.
It's tough to tell from our vantage point.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Side. Nice.
I think the blue hit up that idea you had of potting that into the yellow pocket with that red. But now you might see just Brady run through with this green. Going into the left middle could give him a good angle on that, rather tricky little red. Missed that by a bunch.
Yeah, I think he's going to just shrug it off and keep going. He's been here before, knows what to do in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, you got to have a mind of a goldfish. As soon as something happens, you just got to forget it. Don't want to dwell on those negative feelings. Come to the table, you got to feel positive.
So do you even think about black here? I'd say pink is almost as tough as black would be, but I think he's trying to... It's not a bad option, I think.
Yeah, definitely being a left-hander if I was. I'm a right-hander, but if I was left-hander, I'd be thinking definitely on that black, possibly. One thing you just have to worry about that red that he's queuing by. If he is to miss this pink or this cue ball is going to pop out a little bit, and it might be able to
just makes it. That's pretty huge there. Black's back on the spot. Pink's wide open again. Still a few reds on the table, so this one can go either way.
Yeah, plenty of points with 59 on the table and just a 24-point difference. We're nowhere near to seeing who's going to take this second frame.
Yeah, that's a smart shot. Just pushes the red safe. Now all the reds kind of blocked up, knowing that the colors are back out in the open. Pretty good shot from CC. Having the lead. Wants to put pressure on Brady Golan.
Yeah, as they say, pool is checkers and snooker is chess.
Mm-hmm. The way I like to think about it is pool is darts, snooker is archery.
That's a good one. I haven't heard of that one. It's a nice double there by Brady.
Yeah, excellent shot. Wow.
Have to hit this with some pace to come up table. Doesn't have the angle to stick around for that red that's on the top cushion.
Oh, he's going to open the blue maybe? Yeah, he was aiming for the red, I think, right?
I think just with getting the power to come back for this red that's on the bulk cushion.
Ooh, David Brock in the Facebook chat trying to stir up the crowd.
Definitely wiped its feet before it found its home.
Wow, yeah.
So I could find David Brock over there in England saying, pool is nothing, snooker is everything. Well, snooker is everything over in the UK.
Everything everywhere all at once, huh?
Mm-hmm. When I was talking to Simon Barker when he was over here, he lives out in Sheffield and they have leagues going on there. And he's telling me there's probably 150 players just in Sheffield that play, and probably 100 of them can make centuries on a quick whim. So they do say the pro game is a little bit more UK centric, but that's kind of where it started off, and people gravitated it. And I think the BBC did a great job over the years just to keep it on the TV screens. And that's what's going to inspire youngsters and new faces to get in if they can see what actually something is and aspire to be like that. So I think we're kind of back on the horse here in North America with these streams. We're able to expose people out there to the great game of snooker, and hopefully it can come back and be very successful. It's pretty much, we could maybe see how David Brock's hockey game is. Probably not as strong as a Canadian, but or his baseball game might not be as strong as an American. So we all have our little pride sports, but nowadays I think you could be into water polo because you probably could find a stream somewhere on the internet with that.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like there's marking the spot. CC's laid pretty good snooker here. Oh, yeah, 2 reds on. Okay, my score is correct. Cool.
Gently come off this left side cushion and just slowly roll into that red on the top. And David Brock saying his hockey game is non-existent. And he says it looks like a fabulous game when it's occasionally televised. Well, there's not that terminology in Canada. Hockey is never occasionally televised. It is a religion up there. People really enjoy it. So that's why you see probably a lot more Canadians, as well as curling's a big thing in Canada. See a lot of curlers definitely in the middle of the country, and we did have very many successful Canadian snooker players, as Brady was over there as one of them. It's it's cold in Canada in the winter times. Why be outside? Why can't you be in a nice warm environment? Hitting some balls around on a baize. It's I don't know how it kind of left us, but it's good that it's coming back, and it's good that there's some growth here in America.
Get another peek at the trophy here. We'll be crowning a champion of this Seattle Snooker Open today.
Now, does the winner take that trophy home, or is that just the yearly trophy and names are added to it over the years?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it's a good question for Mike. I believe it's the exact same trophy we had last year in terms of look and feel, and it looks exactly the same as last year's, but I don't know if it's just a new one every year, or if CC has brought that back this year and we're going to be writing names on it for future. We'll find out. Ooh, got a good nudge on this brown, and I think the snooker is close, but there must be an edge of this red available from what I can see here.
I think from our vantage point, on the monitor, it looks like there's a thin little snick that he can make. Problem is canning into the pink or the green. It's going to weigh on his decision a bit.
Oh yeah,
lots of room.
Could see the full left side of the ball as well. Nice shot there. Putting some maximum right hand spin, I think, right?
Yeah, it's not these players that are making us look bad. It's I think the TV cameras, they're making us look foolish. Yeah, I'm surprised with these players of these ability. It might just be because it's the first match, but I thought early on they would be kind of, going for a bit more, and we'd be seeing a lot more larger breaks, but both players just struggling just a little bit to find some good form.
Yeah, we've seen a few, 20 breaks it looks like from both players now.
Yeah, but, which isn't too bad, make it a 20 and running and hiding. It's a good philosophy to have. Brady definitely trying to go for it there. Was going to be on the black, but now this is a great opportunity for CC. Taking this red to the top right, top left, beyond the black. Thanks, Dave Daly, for tuning in. That trophy does go home with the winner to be.
This is a new one. Okay, nice. Thanks for the update there. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure.
True, the BC Open trophy, actually, it has little medallions for the yearly winners, and then the winner takes home a little smaller trophy that they can put in their trophy cabinet for any dinner guests to see, and then the actual BC Open trophy stays at top 147 with yearly winners throughout the years, so everyone can see and aspire and dream about putting their name on that trophy. I think actually Mike has a plaque as well in here that he's making a list for all the winners of the Seattle Snooker Open.
Yeah, it makes sense. Now is the time. Get another view of the trophy there. But yeah, now's the time to make it. It's our second annual Seattle Snooker Open, and it's got a plan for the future. Make sure that plaque has plenty of spots on it for future years to come.
Yeah, I think a good idea, Vinit, obviously, with the plaque. Just so people can aspire, people are like, oh, what's that? Ooh, I'd like to put my name on that. And then they see this lovely trophy as well that they get to take, and that's going to create the interest as well. People want to come in and be victorious. Might be a bit of a gap here between the pink and green, even for the potting angle. It's a long one, but
Yep, it was available. It's a big shot there for CC. Now, probably going to play for green.
yeah, you can come off the cushion, stick around for the pink, yellow.
How's his pace? Pretty darn good. Now, I believe that was his frame ball. 29, the difference. 27 remaining. This short clearance of a few balls should be the final nail in the coffin. Don't expect that Brady would come back with all the balls kind of on the cushions. CC's able to run this brown. Surely would be concession. So strong shooting from CC in this one. Taking advantage, I think, early on a couple mistakes.
Yep, he'll have a 2-frame advantage, but Brady, who's been in this situation before, and you'll see actually a lot more in these longer frame matches, that momentum. Hopefully CC can continue this wave, but if Brady gets a sniff and gets in there and gets the next frame, he could ride that momentum even more. So we'll see the ebbs and flows of this. I think there'll be nods, and Brady just taking a look at the scoreboard. Just thinking
18, I guess, puts him at 41, so 20 points.
So just adding it up, and he does concede there. So Brady Golan loses that second frame to CC Yoo. So CC looking good, and we'll just stand by and be coming right back with frame 3 action. And hello again, everybody. Frame 3 of this featured TV match of the Seattle Snooker Open 2023. It's a semifinal with CC Yoo and Brady Golan. David Burney's in the booth alongside with Christian Youngers.
Howdy, howdy.
We're glad you're all tuning in. So this is a big frame for Brady. He's got to stop the bleeding here. Get his first frame on the board, then you might see him really kind of digging in, but CC knows the caliber of Brady. Has probably heard the stories. I don't know how much they've played each other, but CC definitely will know Brady's name and knows that he just wants to keep his foot on the gas and not give Brady any hope of getting back into this match. From my vantage point, it looks like Varun took the second frame over there in our other semifinal, so they're tied 1-1. They'll be starting off frame 3 soon. And as things keep exciting on this championship Monday, we'll be jumping back from tables. Just a little high. That blue. And it looks like, I don't know if there was a path for that red just to the right of the bunch. It has this red. Didn't want to cannon into that red, just wanted to run through cleanly to be on that black into the same pocket. Real reward with that blue. You'd have to hit it with pace if he wants to be onto that red right of the bunch. Yeah, just that cannon into that red just ruined the break there. I think that's a great idea. Mark Smith tuning in on the stream saying hitting the cue ball up and down the center line, pretty much putting your brown or your cue ball on the brown spot and just hitting it over the blue, pink, and black and returning it to your cue. That's pretty much the best exercise to do anyone that's starting up, and even sometimes if you played a match and you didn't feel like you were cueing right, good to go back to that practice exercise. I think Steve Davis did that about 8 hours a day, just running them up and down table.
Yeah. Tells you a lot, that type of, especially if you have if you have a really good level table, doesn't have any strange bounces, it can be really a clear indicator of how straight you're queuing.
Very nice.
Talk about straight queuing there.
Yeah, shot to nothing probably isn't going to just use that brown to roll up behind the green, or just take on the brown and roll up. So
this roll up a little bit more dangerous, I think, just because of how open the reds are, right? Normally this type of roll up, the reds are still kind of all in a pile, so you can kind of just roll up and tap the stack, so to say. But here you kind of have to aim for a specific red, I feel like.
yeah, when their reds are all packed together, you can kind of come off like maybe a couple cushions and just slowly roll into them. With how the table is and those reds wide open, you are right, Christian. You want to have just a little bit more thought of. Because if you just roll into one red, it might open up some other reds.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to play 3 cushions maybe underneath this red. That's right, or I guess 4 cushions and underneath the red. That's to the right of the black spot. I guess he could also go 3 reds into the reds that are kind of bunched around the pink as well.
I do like your first shot. Well, that came a bit high.
Gonna miss everything, actually. Wow.
Wow. How many times does that happen to us? Reds throughout the table, and it just was a flyby. I think CC will make a minor adjustment. Both players having a smile. I think everyone in the room couldn't believe that no red was even
Yeah.
just
Even threatened.
kissed or nothing. Like just. Mike checking in with both players there just to make sure everyone's happy with the respot. This doesn't look good either.
But this one's going to leave a red on. This is danger zone now.
Black, yeah. See a more novice player be like, ooh, I've got points. I'm going to put him back. I'm going to get more points. But this is now the gauge you have to think about because sure, he puts him back and there's another 4 points might happen. And obviously we are playing unlimited snookers until the snookers required stage. But the more veteran player will be like, are you crazy? Look at this. Red is right on. We got the black, but he is putting him back. Interesting.
Wow.
Well, I'll eat my words right there. I thought Brady would have taken that on. However, I guess the black after that is going to go up on the blue spot. As we can see, one red there and right on the black spot. Maybe he's just trying to frustrate CC a bit more.
You have to think that he's going to hit this in the way he wants to eventually, and it's not going to come out ideal. That last time was perfect position to go.
Yeah, it's a question maybe for the post-match interview for Brady. But if he wins, he'll probably be in good spirits to say, of course, I knew what I was doing. But if he loses, he might be like, yeah, that was the shot I probably should have taken. But it looks like Ross Bradsen's manager is tuning in. Kim up there back in Canada. Hey, Kim, hope you're doing well. We're missing you down here. Kim's always a nice, friendly face in the room, always supporting her man Ross. And Ross actually is tied 1-1 in his rematch with Varun Juneja. We will be kind of bouncing back and forth, but both of these matches are early in the third frame, so not really getting down to the color balls where the high drama starts. So if something is happening, obviously, over on table 2, we'll head over there.
Uh-oh, here we go. Didn't manage to make contact, I think, so another replace. I think maybe we're, yeah.
This is getting costly for CC.
Maybe did make the right call, Brady, here. I think maybe he might have noticed how big the variance was on the first 2 attempts. And then such a wide variance, off of 3 cushions is kind of difficult to really adjust too much.
Sure, and my apologies, Rob. We forgot Rob Bradsen in there. I don't know if there's any mixed martial arts fans out there. You remember Hoist Gracie, the Gracie train? Well, Ross Bradsen has the army. He brings like a lot of support in these matches that he plays in back in Canada. Too bad there's no members right now down in the USA, but I'm pretty sure Ross will be back again next year. Win or lose.
Now, finally contact. I guess started getting sick of it and didn't want to keep racking up the points. The ideal shot was what he was doing, in my opinion, coming around 3 cushions, maybe 4, and underneath the red, but...
True, sometimes you got to just abandon that idea. Just like, I just got to hit a red or this is getting really costly. But unfortunately, he's hit a red and he's left Brady a really nice red because this red is going to clear the black spot.
Oh, no. Maybe that's it right there. This doesn't seem like Brady's quite in stroke.
Yeah, slams down that cue with frustration.
I think that's maybe partly why he decided to go for the replace strategy, knowing that he can get more points that way. If you're not quite feeling it, if you're not quite in stroke, Could be an easier path forward instead of trying to take the offensive route.
Yeah, there's a good potential here for CC to score quite heavily. So luckily Brady did get a lot of those penalty points, but it all comes down to comfort, really. Like, we're all different human beings, what we're comfortable with. And also maybe just one, CC. Maybe
Wow,
he just wanted to
Golan.
slow down CC a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, David Brock with an interesting comment saying, in my opinion, Brady lost the match when he refused the pot a few shots ago. Yeah, that pot that was lying there was pretty prime for him to get a good break. Black was practically on the spot, a little bit lower maybe, but all the reds kind of in the open. Granted, he did pay off. I mean, he got him about 20 some odd points in terms of fouls, but
True, but Mr. Brock, it's early in this match. We're only in frame 3. The end of the 4th frame, there will be a mid-session interval, about 10 minutes. So just be aware of that. So obviously, Brady would love to go into that intermission with a 2-2 tie. It'd be really tough if he went down 3-1. It'd be even more tough if we didn't even get to that interval. So big frame here for Brady. Let's see if that refusal will come back to haunt him.
a long rest shot. Just trying to see how close he can get. Pretty big shot here. Oh, just caught the jaw on the way in.
It's getting a bit tied up over that pocket.
Don't know. Is the one cushion there around the black? Might need to swerve it. This ball has to be in such a spot that it most likely would drop if even double kissed in the worst case.
Yeah, I was thinking about this shot too, coming off the right cushion and the top cushion. But we're playing safe, but...
Oh, wow. Managed to miss the contact on the black and pockets the red right there.
I pushed out the black, so it's not really available. It is a blind cut into the top right corner, but he's going to lose his cue ball running up into the bulk end. So
You think about maybe taking on blue and just pushing the cue ball up table. You are going to leave this red into the left corner pocket if you play any safety that doesn't leave a... He's got clear snooker.
you're able to clip off the black and get behind the brown.
Yeah, he's going for it. Wow, almost made it. Is he going to get lucky with the green? Oh, he's gotten him at least tabletopped. Hampered queuing. He's going to go for this red in the left corner pocket. So probably he's going to thin off the pack instead.
Yeah, that's the angle of that red that's closest to the black spot. Does that go into the top left?
I think it does. Yeah, it's close. Just wants to... friendly bump on the brown maybe?
Does brown come to his rescue?
I think
There's
he
two reds out there.
can just see the one on the left. Don't know if the one to the right is available. This might be an all-out attempt. Just overcut it.
Just doesn't want to leave a red on because black is pretty much a gimme right now.
Kind of fortunate, actually, not to leave it one to the left middle pocket, but this one, it's two reds near the black spot. Might be the case if the bottom one goes. It's pretty close. Can't tell.
Yeah, it's ugly all around. I'm almost thinking that red that's by the yellow up table as much as it's a long pot. just
Yeah, I don't know that one's actually available. So kind of a fortunate split here for CC to not leave an easy one for Brady.
true. It's tough because you kind of see by that angle that maybe does that cue ball go past the yellow, but
It's really close.
yeah, Brady's having a hard look at it. That's for sure.
You know what? Actually, I've started to acknowledge that maybe these angles aren't quite what we can see. So I'm gonna go on the side of yeah, he can probably see it. I'd imagine he's thinking about something. So
Best vantage point will be, from the player's eyes, what they see. But I don't think we really want to start putting GoPros on players' heads
Yeah.
in matches and stuff like that. I think we'd have a lot of people that might get a little seasick bouncing around. So it's making them think a little, that's for sure. Just willing himself into the shot. Just got to build him up inside and be like, you can do it, you can do it. Yeah, coming back into ball with that red. It's pretty close to that yellow pocket.
maybe a safety here. Oh,
Wow.
He went off of the red. Nice pot there. Wow.
Yeah, you got to be creative in this game too. It's not all about hard and fast technique. It's good to learn the basics, but good to have an active mind to use balls and cushions. That's what they're there for.
What the heck was that?
Well, you need to work on that replay function because I don't know what happened there.
Wow. How in the heck did that ball jump up like that?
Yeah, that is bizarre. Always seems to amaze us what can happen on a snooker table. But yeah, I guess it just went in with a bit of pace and kicked up and just rolled on the cushion and boom. So unfortunate because that was a good opportunity for Brady to really get going, some open balls. No, he's left the door open for CC. So a little unfortunate there on that black by Brady.
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I think maybe he was a little bit more elevated, and that's what caused the jump of the black of us effectively. Not sure. Well, what a moment for that to happen.
CC could have done with a bit more of a bump off the cushion there. Although he has the natural angle to come back down the table, but yeah, that was a tricky shot he had.
Oh, it's gonna leave something.
Well, let's see. Hopefully Brady isn't punished for that rather bizarre incident with the black. You like to see players win because they're playing well, not really letting the table grab the spotlight. Okay, I think this is where Brady's going to find something, and then definitely doing a little maintenance over there. That top left corner pocket doesn't want to replay his last shot.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I would imagine. David Brock, he's playing down on the white and might have jumped. It might have jumped it into the black, causing the black to jump into the back of the pocket and jump out. Yeah, just there was definitely some elevation on that. You can see from the replay. I think it's not anything more than he normally does, though. I feel, but he's definitely cueing down onto the ball a little bit more.
Well, not as crazy as Stephen Maguire's shot at the Masters. I don't know if you saw that, Christian, when he was playing Neil Robertson. He hit a ball so hard that it kicked up the red came kicked up out of the pocket, and with the spin it had, it rolled back into the pocket, and then his cue ball went in.
And his cue ball also went in.
Also
wow.
went in. It was.
I think I've seen one similar to that where he actually ricochets it off of the jaws in the corner, and it runs down the rail on top of the rail, off the table, and then rolls into the side pocket. From the top, I've seen that on a couple of clips in the past. But yeah, some crazy things can happen.
Yeah, I think Mark Davis did that with the Brown, actually, just in the bulk end a few years ago.
Yeah, maybe that's the one.
Pro Tour so.
Well, let's put it behind him, it seems, because he's on a break of 16 right now.
Yeah, this is just what the doctor ordered for Brady. He needed like some reds that were kind of open. So he could just get his arm going. And boy.
Seems like whenever we switch to that camera angle, it doesn't turn out well for Mr. Golan, so I'm going to stop switching to that angle so frequently.
Or our commentator curse, I felt that was a good chance that Brady probably would put a frame-winning clearance there, but it is a semifinal. It is the Seattle Snooker Open Championship. First time Brady has been down here, but definitely thoroughly loves the place, loves the neighborhood, just really happy that he came down. Not sure yet if he's going to be in the Alberta Championship. Unfortunately, he couldn't be in the BC Open. Some things had happened, but he really wanted to make it down. But he's really happy what's going on with the West Coast snooker scene, shall we say, here up in Canada and down here in Seattle.
Yeah, it's a joy to have Brady here. Getting to talk to him and pick his brain about different things has been quite enjoyable. He's got a lot of experience and definitely one of the nicest players I've met by far.
Well, if CC's going to take this frame at this visit, he's definitely going to earn it. It's a tricky, lucky table. This red will pass the yellow into the yellow pocket. Just with the length, it makes it just a bit more challenging.
Overcut it. Stood up right away after he shot that.
That's usually uncharacteristic of CC. He's usually down for a good, long, dramatic pause after he takes his shot. But he's fortunate that the green has come to the rescue. Pretty sure. Can that?
It's close. I think it might go.
Yeah, Brady having a good look at it. I think you're right there, Christian. It does look like it passes nicely. So CC was a little bit unlucky there.
So 33-48. This could be the second frame down for CC in his Seattle Snooker Open career record. Lost one frame to Daniel yesterday, but other than that, he's been undefeated here at the Seattle Snooker Open for 2 years running. Can Brady continue to break through? Balls are looking pretty nice for a clearance.
Yeah, I'd be quite surprised if this was a whitewash for either of the player, whether CC or Brady. These guys are just too good.
So 27 remaining, 20-point difference. Looks like green's going to be the frame ball. It's a little tricky, actually. It's gotten a little bit thin.
Yeah, just going to have to put a little check siding so the cue ball straightens up off the cushion.
Yeah, it's an excellent shot. And now this brown try to seal the deal.
Yeah, now Brady's going to be feeling really good. You know, knowing that he does have a stroke, it's there. Just needed to wake up a little bit. Have a quick glance at the scoreboard. Know that he's probably done and dusted with this frame. At the conclusion of this one, we'll just jump to table 2. Nice little blue there.
Snookered himself on this last pink, but shouldn't be a problem.
And that's a concession there by CC Yoo. So Brady Golan takes that third frame. We're just going to quickly jump over to table 2 and see how Varun and Ross are handling their third frame. As it looks like.
Score.
I think, yeah. Ross is up 2019. Varun is at the table. So yeah, maybe we might stick around at this table for a little bit, as it could come to its conclusion a little sooner than our other table. Lots of great snooker here. And it's great the technology we have here to kind of bounce around from tables and stuff like that.
Take a quick look at the bracket here. Our semifinalists, how they got there. This is our second semifinal match.
And we do know we have some Varun fans and Ross fans out there in the stream, so we're allowing you to take a look at your favorite players right here.
It's a good pot on the red, but I wanted to...
It's interesting. This is a battle of 2 runner-ups. Varun was the runner-up last year at the Seattle Snooker Open, and back in 2019, Ross Bradsen was runner-up in the BC Open. Lost to the man on table 1, Brady Golan. So
everybody
catch
get
it, Robert. Thank you very much for the nice words. I was really impressed by the production that we have, the multiple camera angles, the sound, the scoreboard, and the commentary. Thank you very much for the nice comments.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's these players making nice shots like that that are giving you some wonderful images there.
Uh-oh.
On that pink, he's now snookered himself.
Yeah, this is not good. This is the type of snooker also that could open up the reds. Oh, no, he has an edge. He's going to swerve. So one thing with Varun that's a little bit more difficult to commentate is that he definitely shoots really quickly. So you don't know what he's going to do yet. It can be tough. Well, meanwhile, on main table, we just saw CC make a nice long pot, but unfortunate not to get in the black, and it's kind of stuck amongst the reds.
Interesting dilemma that Ross has here.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real easy color ball that's going to break out that red. Well, maybe you could take the pink, come off the cushion, and be high on that red, but that's a difficult pot to make on that red into the same pocket he's going with this pink. It's a great angle to show how large these snooker tables are. 6 feet by 12 feet.
And Ross is not a small man.
Yeah, and the table is just dwarfing him, it seems.
Yeah.
He might just stun this shot and run and put this red ball back into bulk.
Oh, almost made it. He's going to get the snooker. It's close. Can we get a shot? No, it's too hard to tell from here.
And well, Varun has a moment of a thought, so maybe he is snookered a bit. As you were mentioning, Christian, that Varun definitely does like to get on with the business, doesn't dilly-dally that much, but I'm thinking a bit more. No, he had a pathway. Let's kick that rat out into the open. Is that a tempter for Ross? They have up on their scoreboard 42-27.
Oh, did I miss 7, I guess, from Varun? Yeah, sorry.
Possible, but I think Ross had to go, I guess, with their table. You know, you're just kind of bouncing around, so.
Oh, is Varun on the bottom? Oh, maybe I have the score swapped. Is that what you mean?
No, I think you're correct there. I think Ross is on the bottom. Or maybe not, because Ross did have that pink on 7 points.
Okay, we'll have to check.
See what happens when someone pots this red, but we might be in for a bit.
Yeah, I might have the score wrong, but at least after this point, we should know fully who is where. Ooh, is he going to get behind the black? Oh, just a little bit too pacey on that one, I think.
And thin on that pink. If it was hit it more full in the face, would have really slowed down that cue ball and probably just let it slide gingerly behind the black.
Ooh, so it's going to hit the pink. Double kiss to the safety.
Oh, usually the dreaded double kiss isn't that good, but worked in his favor there. Varun must have a little French where a double kiss is not a bad day out.
Oh, careful, blue ball.
There's a commentator curse over there, Christian. It seems like you were saying that Varun is quick to take shots, but as soon as we tuned into this broadcast, he's thinking a little bit more, which is not a bad thing, that's for sure. Sometimes you see players just taking shots too quickly.
All right, so that red goes, so now we can definitely confirm who has which score.
Well, they're not punching in that red for us on their scoreboard. I think now Varun is going to grab the remotes and we'll get up to date here.
All right, so he is at 43. Okay. Whew. So the scoreboard is correct. Varun is leading. What looks to be... Ooh. Uncharacteristic miss from Ross there.
Yeah, he should have had that one.
So 16 the difference and 27 remaining. Big chance for Varun here. He likes these pots. Nicely done. Well executed shot there. He kind of has to shoot those in rhythm, I've noticed. His pre-shot routine is quite short. He does a couple, 2, 3, 4 big strokes.
Brown is his frame ball.
Oops. All over the place, sorry.
So the director's having a bit of trouble with his camera angles.
Misclick here, but wow, what a shot there.
Very nice shot. Should be probably a...
Yeah, now that puts him up significant 27-point difference. I think
you give him an extra 4 points. I think it's actually 50 to 27. Oh.
52. I give him an extra 2 points. Okay. Oh, I see what happened.
Yeah, Ross needing 2 snookers, but it's blue. That should be the frame winner there. For Varun, I don't think Ross is going to be coming back to the table. So Varun with a 2-1 advantage with 1 frame to go before the mid-session interval. So hopefully Ross can tie up this match 2-2 before they go to the interval and reset his mind and come back. So that is the concession there. So we'll just jump back over to our featured table with CC Yoo, defending champion, going against Brady Golan. Just come in time to see a well-laid snooker there by Brady. Not the end of the world, as there is still lots of reds on the table, so the target area is much bigger for CC. But the big thing is, as we've mentioned, with these more high-caliber players, getting out of the snooker is one thing, but getting your cue ball safe is another. Because if you pop out a few reds, these are the type of players that will take colors with those reds and start developing more reds, and you'll probably be sitting in your chair for a lot longer than you thought.
It's like a 2-cushion escape attempt. Is it going to get there? Not quite. I think there is possibly a red on. But again, I think Brady might trick us and choose not to go for it. I don't imagine he should, in my opinion, but he's at the table and not me, so...
Yeah, it's got a couple of them on, and that blue is just over the pocket, so it's definitely a gimme, as you can see in the top of your screen there. So this time he elects to play on. As we saw in that last frame, he did put him back, CC, a couple times, and we were scratching our heads once because it looked like there was a good opener for Brady and he was able to score, but he refused it. This time he's taking it on. Let's see what he can do here.
So both matches coming back more even. 2-1, 2-1. Definitely an exciting one here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Send it out to folks who you know might be interested. We got 2 big players here. Brady Golan has all the history behind him. CC, a local player here in Seattle, putting up a strong fight. It's guaranteed to be a good one.
There's got to be a red in there somewhere. No, he's just going to roll up. I thought maybe he saw something that we didn't. Just see if that is a touching ball. Yeah, it's touching ball has been awarded, signified by referee Dominguez. Well, we're definitely glad, Suzanne, that you're tuning in to watch this great snooker action in the U.S. Well, things are building up. I think, no snooker has hit America when I come down and I tell the border guards that I'm going to watch a snooker event. All the time I have to give them a little explanation of the rules and what the game is. So when there was, if I'm ever coming down to this great Seattle Snooker Open and the border guard is asking me what I'm doing down there, and I say I'm going to watch a snooker tournament, and if he goes, oh, sounds good, have fun, should be a good match, hopefully see some high runs, then we'll know snooker has come to America. Thin cut there, but it does have an element of safety, but just want to hit it with some pace so it just doesn't roll over the pocket. Really, that's the only shot he has. Can't really thin snick off those reds right of the, or left of the bunch.
Wow, look at that shot. Talk about a thin cut.
True, and hit it with such a way that if he was to leave it over the jaws, obviously the yellow had come to his rescue, so this will be just a roll up. CC's in a bit of trouble.
Similar escape as last time, and this one's going to be definitely pacey enough to get in there. Nice shot from CC to recover from that nasty snooker.
Didn't forfeit any penalty points. Really hasn't left Brady with anything really to get in. So Brady might just go and find that brown again with a little clip on this red, take the side cushion and get him into bulk. Brady knew he had the shot, he just didn't have the pace. He hasn't been able to adapt very nicely to these tables. I think that's why you're going to see caliber of these players. They'll know they can adapt because not every club, well, I don't know how many clubs in North America have these great facilities. There's not many, so most players are playing on a table that has lawn grass and dead rubbers most of the time. I know there's a lot of effort going to make for professional conditions, but it does take money and it does take time, and hey, we're continuing to grow, and it shows by these players want to play on great conditions. So.
Yeah, I think the analogy I like to say is you want it to be like a furry ice cube. Slippery enough, but furry enough to grab sort of the spin. Graham Dodsworth in the YouTube chat asking, are these tables heated? Yes, they are. I think we cranked them up to the maximum, which I think on the indicator tells us 42 degrees Celsius is where they're settling at, but I think we're trying to, I think the sensor goes all the way up to 50. It's maxed out right now, so combination of like the room temperature, yeah, it's bringing the tables up to about 42 to 45 degrees Celsius, depending on which table you're at. Definitely makes them run a lot smoother in terms of the bed of the cloth. And from what I understand, I believe the rubbers tend to soften a little bit and play a little bit less bouncy. So it's kind of an inverse trade-off that nets you a pretty similar amount of speed than non-heated tables, but definitely a difference in terms of cloth reaction and slide sort of flexibility.
Yeah, I do remember playing Mike Dominguez on one of these tables back at Bays, short-lived Bays, beautiful club down in the Pioneer Square. Fortunately, couldn't survive the pandemic, but I remember playing Mike, and the first few shots, I was like, okay, my cue ball is going to stop. Nope, it's not. It's still rolling. It's still rolling. Wow. These are not like the tables I'm used to playing back in Canada, so it's really a nice feature having that heat. The ball just rolls just that much longer.
Mm-hmm. I think the other main win you get with heated tables is that, nice escape there from Brady. Good path for the cue ball. But one of the big benefits of having a table heated is that you also kind of prevent the buildup of moisture on the table. So kind of humidity becomes less of an issue. Granted, it's always going to be available and it's always going to be there, but the heat sort of helps more of that moisture evaporate off of the table, hopefully.
Yep, moisture is the enemy of these tables. That's why every room owner will be like, please leave those drinks far away from the table.
Yeah, definitely. Well, CC went all out for that pot, I think, and at least has left this into the right corner pocket. Kind of a strange angle. Might have to juice it a bit to get it to come one rail across. Darcy asking in the YouTube chat, is this the finals? No, this is the semifinals. We've got this match of CC Yoo versus Brady Golan as one semifinal. We've also got second match here, Ross Bradsen versus Varun Juneja. That just got started in their fourth frame. Do have a overlay of the full bracket, so we can show up after this shot. Wow, nice pot from Brady there.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, he's on to the brown.
Is he?
Looks.
Yeah, it's there.
Does have that red that's on the ball cushion. So hopefully off this red, he can get a good angle on a bulk color to bring him back down the table. Just need to run on a bit more. It's a tough little green. I don't think he's going to accept it. Maybe just run into the green and then come behind the brown. I'm just looking for roll it behind the green. Mm-hmm. Either could work, but yeah, I just wanted it to roll a bit more on that red so I could have a good angle. The blind cut obviously would have taken him down table, but it's a little bit more difficult of a shot. So Brady taking his medicine and putting CC in a bit of bother.
Let's quick look at the bracket for those who are asking. CC going through Dave Daly in the first round and Daniel Sargent-Celio in the quarterfinals to get here. Brady battling it out with Charlie Brown and then beating Gary the Wallace 3-0 yesterday. Alex Newstead made quite the run against Ross, but Ross was able to take him out in the quarterfinals and had a first round whitewash against Jay Ma. And then Varun had a pretty solid path forward, winning 3-1 in the first round and 3-0 against Pratamesh in the quarterfinals. So this is just showing you how the players got to where they're at now. 2 semifinal matches with our final to be decided later this evening. It's going to be pretty good matches all around. Doing the 2 cushion. Oh, is he going to hit this red? I think he might have to contact. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, he got it. Looks
Just
like
got lucky.
Very close. I think he was aiming for the bottom of that stack of that pile, ended up coming pretty short off this 2 cushions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tricky pawn into the top right corner. Just queuing over those balls, so that's why he's just gonna Play safe on this one.
Yeah, put a lot of spin on that ball. Is he going to get behind the brown? Oh,
Wow.
it's so nice. Wow, what a shot.
That's, I'd say, shot of the tournament right there.
Yeah,
Holy smokes. Like, he was up against it, and he just had to put a lot of juice on that just to get behind there, and the result has just been picture perfect.
Yeah, incredible shot.
Goes to show you, youngsters and new to the game, it's not all about potting balls. It's making your opponent real because he's in a very difficult snooker. There are a lot of reds still on the table, so he's got a big landing area. But this one just might go through everything. It's got to speed up.
Yep. Doesn't leave anything trivial here. Wonder if Brady's going to put him back, most likely.
Yeah. It's a great camera angle there showing the nerves of steel you must have as a referee. As you're rolling that ball, don't want to hit into any other ball. Checking with the players. Players are happy to play on attempt number 2. Didn't mind that last shot by CC if he just had a bit more pace just to roll into those reds. Vac is asking about referees and some leeway with enforcing the miss rule. It is a fantastic question because the foul and miss is really kind of a judgment call. You know, if the player's going to come around, say 5 cushions and miss their object ball by millimeters, you can't award just a foul because the player made a worthwhile attempt. So it's something we kind of struggle, I think, a little bit with the amateur game. As you know, there should be good points rewarded for a great late snooker. It's tough, obviously, if a lot of points are made off, an unintended snooker, something that was that they fluked into. So sometimes back in Canada, we have like just limited putbacks. And sometimes we just don't have the amount of referees to kind of enforce it. It's kind of, in these one-on-one matches, the opponent starts to act as kind of the referee. So most of the time you don't see it a lot in this, that the referee will just call the foul. But I think as we're getting more and more people helping out refereeing, you might see that in future events, that a referee will be like, no, they made a very solid attempt to get out of the snooker and just a foul would be awarded. But time will tell. I hope that kind of answers the question. I know that was kind of rambling a little bit.
It has the pace this time, but the line is different. Oh, it doesn't manage to get the contact there.
It'd be interesting. I know Mike Dominguez a couple of years ago, who was the referee at this table. He took a refereeing course with Michaela Tab when she was up in Vancouver. A lot of people had great fun, but she's always approachable for questions. So I wonder if he might reach out to her as like, have you ever felt of an opportunity to not call a miss in a game?
Oh, this looks good. Nice shot. There's the contact.
he probably could play a different route for a different red, but he knew that that's the red that he wanted on. That's not going to leave Brady an easy starter.
Uh-oh, cue ball. Oh, just caught the inside jaw. This could be disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, some might say.
Yeah, I think we could be debating the foul miss for eons, that's for sure. It definitely comes up to a lot of discussion. You know, some people feel like in the amateur game, why do we even have it?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, as we discussed, I think yesterday, why it was brought in to the game. You know, making sure that the professionals wouldn't use two cushions, and it looks like they kind of missed, but weren't penalized. But they would be putting their opponent in a tough position, so that's why they brought in the rule.
Oh, good speed there from CC.
Yeah, I think if he was a left-hander, he might. Or he's a left-hander. I wonder why he's not taking that red on the bottom of those two. But it goes down to personal preference. He's played that quite nicely. Just does he have an angle on that black to come back down a little bit for those three of reds? Those three reds, not three of reds. Whatever, is that a new term? Three of reds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we make up new names here all the time. Like I said, the new catchphrase is going to catch on. The fluker is inevitable.
Unfortunately, I think you're in a little bit of a dream world there, Christian.
We shall see.
Did have some people actually piping in the other day, and they're like, I thought I heard this F word explained on the stream. What is that all about?
Yeah, what is the F word? We can have an entire debate about the F word, couldn't we?
True. If people want to chime in on the stream, see what they feel, but
Fluker all the way.
I
Fluke
think
snooker.
there's not really many of those that do happen in the game. I think most of the time when you're playing safe, you're wanting to put your cue ball in a general area. I think getting the snooker is just the icing on the cake, shall we say. Obviously, some positions, the snooker is definitely coming. But when you're going off a couple cushions and getting behind a bulk ball, you just pitch your cue ball just to be in a general area.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's going to play for this red just above the black. It's a little bit pacey. Does have the red below the black as well.
Yeah, it was a nice insurance policy there because that red that's just above the black is the one he was going for, but was able to run on a little bit trickier of a black, but it's going to put him prime, or trickier red. It's going to put him prime on the black.
Just a flick of inside. Oh, nice pot there. So building up a little bit of a break.
Yeah, good chance for CC to kind of crawl back into this fourth frame and take a 3-1 advantage into the mid-session interval. I thought might have had did he have a bit of an angle, maybe just to stun through the black and beyond that red that's close to the black. But alas, he does have the red, the top one, and can come off cushion to be onto the pink. And then that opens up these reds, so step by step, he's doing the business.
Oh, excellent pot there. Perfect on this pink. Now just a slight angle. Come down for the last two reds. It's pretty important shot here, pivotal moment. To get the steal in this frame after the large number of fouls. Definitely would be a confidence booster.
Yeah, this is looking really good for CC. Brady just hoping for one chance.
So far, high break for CC for the match. It's on a 36 so far. Probably going to choose to stun up again for the pink into the opposite corner pocket. Maybe even blue. Ooh.
Definitely thought about it there.
I think he's maybe pinching the pocket a little bit on that one. He hit it into the thicker side of the pocket, I think, maybe to help control his cue ball just a bit. Not something you want to practice too much, pinching the pocket. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Almost didn't make it there for CC, so. Just got to settle his nerves. Just doesn't want to get too much ahead of himself. So a nice pot to have there. You know, you can hit it with confidence. You don't have to roll it in. Now, big shot here going black to yellow.
Careful pocket.
Very nicely done.
Nice. And with that, that puts CC at 51. New high break for the tournament. Previously held by his opponent, Brady Golan. Had a 47 yesterday, was the current high break. This one's not over yet either. Everything on the spot.
Yeah, green's off his spot a little bit, but shouldn't be too much concern. This is a pretty routine.
It's got to move a little bit. He's okay. Looks good.
Good angle to come off the cushion for the blue. So Brady Golan is going to be trailing 3 frames to 1 going into the mid-session interval.
Yeah,
Costly
massive,
frame here.
massive break. And that's going to seal it right there.
Yeah, great sportsmanship by Brady there. No, he's on a good break, letting him play. Usually there's a concession when down to the final black. The frame's out of balance.
And CC Yoo knocks that one home. High break of 78 for the tournament. Wow, what a run out there.
And there'll be a little 10-minute break, but maybe we'll just pop over and see what's going over there on table number 2 in our other semifinal match. They're in their 4th frame as well, so they'll be jumping to interval, and here comes Mr. Bradsen. This is looking good for him because he's always dangerous when he's in around the black area, that's for sure.
Let's see, we get the score up to date. Looks like It looks like the 2-1 Varun, right?
It is 2-1 in the match. I'm just wondering how they're scoring this, because sometimes players have the philosophy. I don't know what you guys do down in America, but the person whoever broke goes on top of the scoreboard.
I see.
But it's interesting with these electronic ones, you can't really do that because that keeps the frame scores as well in there. So pretty much like whoever starts on top is on top.
Yeah, for the duration of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell, but we definitely know it's 2-1. Oh, sorry, I'm actually backwards. Whoops.
That might be right in the frame score because as we can see from the computer that they're using, those it's supposedly 50 to 7 for Varun. Well, now we've just seen Ross pocket a few blacks here.
Yeah, so maybe they're just pending updating that remaining score. So. Yeah, Snooker 155. He just missed a 78 break. Holy smokes. CC Yoo clearing out that. I think they had a few reds on and he made a few pinks and blacks. Cleared up all remaining colors. High break of the tournament right there. Go back and watch it, I think, on YouTube. Should just be able to rewind it.
Yes, Snooker 155. Thanks for that little article you sent me on solo snooker. Very interesting that they had this back in Canada in about 53 years ago. That it was a qualifying and you play solo, and for every pot you miss, you get deducted 5 points. So an interesting philosophy.
Captain Subas asking, when will the finals be? I believe the finals are scheduled for tonight at 8 p.m. Is that right?
6 p.m.
Oh, 6 p.m. Sorry, 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be
It's about
a best of 9 frames. So
3.5 hours away.
yeah. That is when the scheduled start time is. If we had some Herculean, like, epic matches here, that might change a little bit. But they're hoping to kind of wrap up the semifinals, looking to about maybe 5 p.m. when they are scheduled to wrap up. Obviously, we never know with snooker. It can be short or it can be long. But hopefully having that little hour break before things kick off. So I think we've given them ample time.
All right, so now we're going to get a score update here. Looks like Varun is leading 50 to 7. And now Ross is going to be logging his run right there, which definitely was significant, somewhere around 20 to 30, I'd imagine.
Okay, so that was a correct score, 50 to 7 for Varun. They are keeping the scores in line, so they're not making us think too badly.
$39 to 50, it looks like.
As it does, it always comes down to these colors, these frames. So, important one here for Ross. He'd like to go into the mid-session interval tied 2-2. Doesn't want to be trailing 3-1. Wow. Great green there. Let's see what he does with this brown. It's a tough shot into the middle pocket.
Yes, 42 to 50, it looks like. Ooh, shot that at pace. Interesting. Guess he was trying to come forward and open up the... Sorry, my camera's all over the place. Trying to open up the blue. Oh, this could be promising from Varun.
Yeah,
Yep.
Very nice shot there.
Perfect.
Acknowledged by a tap on the table by Ross.
Being down 8, definitely had a big break there to make a comeback in this frame. But now the snooker could be the deciding factor.
True.
Tough escape for Ross, but should be manageable. One cushion.
Yeah, with a little bit of running side.
Oh,
Hit the pink.
no.
Wow. The pink, so Varun doesn't need this blue. He's going to try and develop it anyway. Well, the Canadians are looking to be in trouble here. Brady's trailing 3-1 in his match. They're just in the interval. We'll be coming back to that match when the interval is finished for them. And in this one, Varun is leading in the 4th frame, 60-42.
It's not quite going to get there, I don't think. Yeah, he's left it available, but now has the 18-point lead. So Ross playing here to tie if he pots all these. But a snooker would help him try to overcome that tie if he were to run out. Now this black looks pretty prime for a nasty snooker from either of these players. I wonder who's thinking about it. Or even the pink coming one rail off. Oh, I don't know if I like this. Pushing the blue towards the black could speak danger.
Yeah, I don't think there's the path for the blue to go by that black in the pocket. It's tough to see from this angle.
Yeah, but he was going to play safe, I think, the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we saw the blue roll onto the black spot there a little bit.
So there is a potential here. There's a long shot for Varun hitting the right side. And
Yep.
there, ooh, very close. But he's left the blue on.
And now I think Ross has to take this opportunity to run out, I would imagine. Even though it is a respotted black.
Oh, with all this excitement, Ross just excuses himself for a comfort break. So
Well, looks like Ross is back at the table. Is going to be taking on this blue. And I think he's got to go for this clearance, even though it's going to be at best a tie.
nice blue. Let's give him every opportunity to force a black ball respot.
Oh, a little bit of shoulder movement in that one. I think he was outstretched. He's trying to put enough spice on that shot to get it to at least stun over towards the black. I feel like he could have rolled forward maybe to make it less of an action required for that stroke. But I think it just caused him to veer offline a bit. Still in it though. 13 the difference, 13 on the table. Varun has chance here to make it pretty tough. I would imagine he's just going to push this pink up to the top cushion, of the bowl cushion, I mean. Oh, he's going to play the cue ball onto the bowl cushion, I guess. Play the pink down. I don't think it passes into the black pocket, so might be an opportunity even for a snooker here.
Building up to be a big frame here. If Ross is able to take this one, then he gets the momentum and feeling. He'll have that confidence, good talk with himself at the interval. He's like, I'm still in it. But if he is to lose it, then he's got to have that thought on his mind, being down 3-1 in the interval. So,
I don't know if he's going to like this shot, though. He has pushed it just closer to the center of the table where I think it does pass the black now, so if I was a betting man, I'd definitely guess that Varun's going to go for this one.
yeah, Varun doesn't refuse a lot, that's for sure. But it is nice to see, I think,
Wow, he hit the black to go in. Wow, what a shot. Incredible.
Varun takes a 3-1 advantage in that frame. They'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. They'll have their interval. And we'll jump back to our featured match. They're back from their break.
Yep, looks like Brady and CC are going back. Bo Bologna in the Facebook chat saying, let's go, Varun. Yeah, shouting out his buddy. So far, the Americans putting up a fight, 3-1 in both matches, both on the hill, so to speak.
Certainly like a flat club. I don't see any hills around here.
Actually, I mean, we're kind of... this area is called what?
That is Capitol Hill, but
Capitol
it's pretty flat in here. That's good to
That's true.
know for the snooker tables.
Indoors, it's flat. That's a good point.
So it's going to be a good red for CC to get him going.
Oh, nice shot there. Definitely played with an element of safe and screwed it all the way back up table. Anything can happen, says Graham Dodsworth. Yes, indeed. All these frames have been close, so it could have been either way so far. Wouldn't be surprised if it continues. Yeah, we expect nothing less from these players. They've made it to the semifinals here. It's a pretty competitive match. A lot of good snooker to be had. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Like and subscribe. Share the stream out to anyone you think might enjoy it.
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Chow. The finals last year was CC against Varun, so we might see a shading of that again this year, a replay. But I know the Canadians will have other thoughts about that. You might see CC maybe just going for a few more trickier shots. Brady might be tensing up a little bit. It's tough, obviously, with that red in the ball carry. It doesn't make a rudimentary safety shot a reality. Just a cross double here and just be on bottom side. Oh, Brady was going for that one.
Ooh, watch out, red. Does this have a chance? It's going to settle, I think. Oh, no, he did have a big bounce, though. A little bit more fortunate there, I think, because could have easily settled right on top of the corner pocket. All right, Dave. Any deciders, you think?
Maybe.
Are both frames going? Are both matches going to a decider?
It's tough to tell. It doesn't. You know, it's a game of momentum. If Brady can get this frame here, obviously he's still in it because it's a race to 4. And will that boost up his confidence to run into a decider? So
excellent pot there from CC. Got perfect on this, or not perfect, I guess. He's a little bit straight, but still straight and blue. Just taking a look and see if there's anything that goes easily into this right corner pocket. Maybe contemplating taking the black.
yeah, and just checking to see if that red does go by. If the black goes back on its spot, and
this red right
it's
here.
going to be really tight, that's for sure.
Well, I think he's going for it, it looks like. Wants to get in and get max points. Yeah, maybe not the right choice. Should have just taken the blue. But now a tricky situation.
I think it was the worst choice that he had there. You know, he's giving himself a chance. He might have just as he's getting down for the black, just thought a bit too much of the red. After that, should have been concentrating, been, okay, I know where I need to go. That's where I need them. And then just let's focus on the shot at hand. So As he opened the door for Brady.
Yeah, I think having that big break in the last frame to kick it off, I think he wanted to pick up there and put another big break here to try to close out the match. But uncharacteristic miss there from Brady. Might actually give him another shot.
Yeah. Thin cut into this right little pocket. Looks lovely. Does that pink? He's having a close glance at that. That pink passes that red. Looks like it does.
And that is a type of shot that you can kind of stretch a bit too, where because of the nap, it's going to flow towards the left jaw. So you can actually, if the pink doesn't quite go clean to the pocket, if you roll it at that speed, you can actually kind of get it to kind of curve into the pocket using the nap. Kind of like that, actually. You see how he kind of went to the right jaw there, and then it actually kind of rolled just into the pocket a little bit.
Yeah, just letting that nap do its business. As you actually said there, Christian, it will slide just ever so gently down towards that top cushion. Oh, after such a great shot there. Pretty easy pink goes awry for CC.
Tough miss, but got pretty fortunate. Not a touching ball, I don't believe.
Yeah, once again, not a really easy starter there for Brady. As you can see, that cue ball's free of any reds, not touching at all.
How do you escape from this, though? I mean, this red technically pots into the right corner pocket past the black, but there's no way he's going to try to bridge over all those balls. I just have to play off the left edge of this red. Play it maybe back down to the top cushion.
And red will go into
Does it
the
go
side. It's
into the
just,
side?
you know, the color is not there really, but yet the safe isn't there. So maybe pot this, will still be at the table. Ooh,
Yeah, I was thinking this shot. You just kind of roll it and get onto the cushion if you can. Definitely will leave a shot into the left middle. This leftmost red goes, but at least you're trying to make it really tough. Opponent. I imagine CC's going to be going for more shots though here because he feels he can taste the victory if he gets one more big break. Oh, misses that one. Oh, it's going to leave an opening. Let's see.
So I think that goes back. It was quite a clever shot there by Brady as he kind of just put CC in a spot where, well, you're going to take it. It's kind of a tricky shot because if you miss, you're going to be helping me out, and that is the case.
Ooh, does he open up pink and get on the black? Just a little bit short of pace. Still, this black should go. Get back on the spot. Big shot here. Oh, he fouled.
Wow. It's almost a rookie mistake there. Be fuming inside about that, that's for sure. So he was gifted a little opportunity to get into this frame.
Well, it was pretty fortunate too, though, not to leave a easily potable red, because that could have been disaster. I mean, it was disaster not getting on the shot, but at least this frame's not over yet. Nothing really pots, so we're going to see another safety from CC.
Yeah, cushion first.
And that is a 7-point foul, even though he hit the pink with his cue. Oh, this has a chance. Wow.
Ooh.
Almost managed to roll that in the pocket.
And that is on for Brady. Black is on its spot, so after that careless foul on the pink, Brady has been given an opportunity to come back to the table.
Ooh, drag shot. And he's overhit it still.
Yeah, just not enough drag.
Yeah.
What a drag.
What a drag. I think I was watching some of those videos that were posted recently from world champion Stephen Hendry. He's been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube. His Q-Tips channel, doing a lot of interviews with top players. And I saw him, forget who he was interviewing, but asking a question of, do you prefer that? Do you prefer to drag it? Wow, what a recovery there. Excellent shot. But he's asking player, do you prefer to do the drag shot or do you prefer to just roll the ball dead weight in order to get the feel? Kind of what's the benefits of either? And I forget who it was, but the pro was saying that he almost never opts to shoot a drag shot because he'd rather just make sure he can control it with the right touch and feel. And just in general, he thinks that sort of school of thought gives him more confidence, more control maybe at the table. I do think there is a place for the drag shot, though, especially when you're going cross snap, sort of diagonally. You almost want to drag it just to make sure your line stays straight for the majority of the shot, even though you want it to kind of slow up right when it makes contact. I really think that that's the primary use case for the drag shot, but I'm sure there's others as well. But a lot of players do use it to kind of slow down the cue ball to get that, slow rolling shot or safety.
Brady's seen a plant here. Tricky part is those reds are a bit separated. But it looks like pretty much a gimme for it. And they should put them onto the pink and open up some reds. So big one right here.
Wow, what a shot. Oh, and he gets
and he's
the
on
gap.
black as well.
Perfect. Excellent shot there from Brady. Oh, we've seen a massive plant here. We've seen a massive in-off. Another red in the previous frame. It's not out of it yet. Fighting for every ball. He's got an opportunity here too. Break of 14. Now most of these reds are open.
Yeah, this is what Brady needs, just short, compact shots. Just get amongst the balls, just do his little dance.
Yep, another bump of the reds. I think he was playing it maybe a bit softer just to get straight-ish on this left corner pocket. He's overrolled it just a bit. Does this red go past the pink? I don't think so. He took a look at it. It's going to take this into the thin cut.
It's a decent bounce. I'd like a little bit more. Green is there, natural angle, taking them back down to the reds. Yeah, you'll see a lot with these great players. Definitely the four players that we have here in the semifinals is sometimes they take a shot and they get out of position, and soon enough, within a few shots time, they're back in position.
He opted to take the close red. Oh, wow. It wobbled. I thought that was in.
I did too. 'Cause great on the black there. So a reprieve for CC.
Wow, do you think he plays back down table for the blue or the pink maybe? Or just roll up to a bulk color? Sitting at a decent pace. Yeah, he's playing for the pink. Might be perfect. It's going to get close to these reds, though. Oh, I think he just has a queuing line. Wow, talk about...
It's there, but it's just annoying going through those reds.
David Brock asking, when were the tables last recovered? They were covered, I believe, with number 10 last year in September for the U.S. National Championship that we hosted 2022. So, yeah, they're coming up on 8 to 9 months or so of use.
Also, Simon wasn't here when he did the tables down in Rochester, because I know he came up to Vancouver to do some tables.
Correct. That was more recent. This is the same cloth for since last year.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rochester trip along with some other. I think he came to Top 147 and did the super fine tables there, and some other stuff. I think on the same trip.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is still the same cloth from the U.S. Nationals that we saw Stephen Wong and Raymond Fung playing last year. Nice pink into the middle, and CC with a chance here. Battling back and forth in this frame. So far, I think the highest quality match we've seen, or part of frame we've seen in this matchup between the two. Both players kind of equally battling back and forth. Oh, yeah.
Thought about canning into those reds to develop them.
You hit it a little bit thick into the pocket, too, which causes cue ball to actually screw too much and miss the contact with the red. So I imagine the pace and the speed was right. He just didn't get the angle. Well, our second match table looks like Varun is leading 12-9 in this fourth frame with a frame score of 3-1 to Varun. Tyler A on YouTube asking, will the finals be played tonight too? Yes, it will. It's about scheduled to start, I believe, in about 3 hours or so from now. Depending on the timing, we might shut down the stream and restart it again. But make sure you like and subscribe. You can get the notifications for when we go live later tonight. Wow, look at this. And look at this. This is a full snooker.
Shot. I think there's a red that at least CC can hit that's by the pink. But to come back there and be real tight to the bulk cushion, CC nodding in agreement that was a great shot by Brady, because there's no real angle. You can't clip off that red at all. So it is almost pretty much like that he is in a snooker.
Yeah, and that cue ball tight to that bulk cushion. Not quite touching, but pretty darn close. You can see CC cueing down on the cue ball a bit. Oh, he actually had the middle. Okay, so instead of trying to thin off the pack, he just wanted to break him up and hopefully get a good roll, and I think he's got it. Although he's left this up into the top pink pocket or yellow pocket, I believe.
Yeah, a lot easier when object ball and cue ball are close together. It's a little sparring match here in the fifth frame. Each player going back and forth.
Yeah, I like it. It's just showing Brady's grit and grind that he's not gonna let this frame go easily. He's gonna
Now he's fighting for his life out there. Great to hear him last night. He's like, you got to put it all, put your heart on the table, win or lose. Just, you don't want to leave nothing behind. Just be full-blooded, committed to every shot you take.
Ooh, is he gonna? Okay, yeah, he's not gonna go for this leftmost red. Thought for a second he might get closer to the blue than he would have liked, but
Great shot there just to show how still Brady is on the shot. Nothing moves except that back arm just on a hinge.
yeah, wow, incredible shot. He's got slight angle going away from the black, it looks like. Maybe has enough to play forward 2 cushions, or can also screw back. Maybe put the double on this last red. Or try to cut it, maybe underscrewed there, or just playing prime position for laying a good snooker here. This does pass the black if he goes for this sort of 2-way double situation. Play the cue ball back up into bulk. Let's see. Is it on? Is it on? Wow, very close.
I think safe was the number one operative there. The success in that mission. So Snooker would have been a happy accident. So Brady Golan with a 45-29 advantage in this 5th frame, a frame that he needs to win to continue his hopes of being the 2023 Seattle Snooker Open champion.
This is nasty though. Got a good red. They bumped the pink perfectly.
Yeah, it's going to be a long shot here, going up and down the table. Thanks for tuning in, Sea Husky. Hope you're enjoying all the great snooker action. This is just the semifinals. We will be having the finals at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in a few hours. Ooh. He's playing it in a way. He wants to cannon into that red. Might be able to get behind the pink.
I think he's going to take this.
Yeah. You know, that pink's just over the pocket up there. This red goes in. It doesn't look good for Brady. So, pressure red. Oh, we just missed it.
Oh, no.
Just missed it. Fractions from going in.
Yeah, I think definitely not the wrong choice there to go for it, I think.
No potential shot to nothing here by Brady. Clipping off the left side of that red, giving it a chance in the top right corner. But make sure his cue ball definitely comes back to bulk.
Oh, was that a miscue? I think he miscued that.
Does the blue come to his rescue?
No, I think there's a window. Looks like CC's getting up and looking down the line. Wow, massive shot there. Wow, what a pot. And this pink available.
Pink is definitely available. It's a big shot here to go pink to yellow. run a bit more.
Is it there?
Okay, it's still difficult, but every shot is getting increasingly difficult. This is the frame he needs to punch his card into the final. So he just has to
Spare down on this one.
let out a few breaths, just keep calm. Oh, yeah, he just left it in a tough spot for him.
Yeah, I think he was hitting it at pace just to make sure that he leaves some separation in case of the miss.
Looks like an angle to pot this yellow into the middle pocket for Brady. It's thin. Do have to be concerned a little bit with that in-off potential into the green pocket, but obviously when you're on the shot. Yes, of course, Russell Jones, Ronnie O'Sullivan would beat these two with a blindfold on. He's probably the best player that has ever picked up a cue in the game of snooker, and these guys are two amateur players as much as Brady was a professional at one point in his life. It's just not connecting right now in this match, but this is an amateur field, so a lot of these players are here because they love the game.
Mm-hmm. So we want to support too. Love of the sport. Love for the competition. Fellowship. Camaraderie that brings us together. That's why we do it.
Not looking good here for the Canadian.
This is a big shot here.
Mm-hmm.
CC can get on this brown. This could be the opportunity he's been waiting for.
Yeah, mid-range shot. Just got to trust your technique here. Nerves definitely will be rattling in the old brain box. Doesn't need that black on the cushion.
That's a good point.
Got a good angle on this blue. CC, you're looking primed to get back into the finals of the Seattle Snooker Open.
How's the pace here? Pace looks good. Is this reminiscent of the pink previous frame?
Could have been a bit better, but still it's there. A little concerned with that middle pocket, the in-off pink to put himself into the final.
And he nails it.
Wow.
Nicely done.
What a match there. Thought it was going to be a lot closer than that one, but CC Yoo takes this match 4 frames to 1. He will be in the final scheduled for 6 p.m. A valiant effort by Brady Golan. First time he's been down here playing on these tables, but I'm pretty sure Brady will be back next year. But CC Yoo, congratulations. You're in the final, and we're going to jump over to our second table and put all of our focus onto Ross Bradsen and Varun Juneja?
Juneja?
Juneja? Okay.
Juneja.
Juneja.
So it looks like, let me get the score update here.
Looks like Varun is up in this one, 32-30. All the color balls are really down at the bulk end of the table. So I think Ross is going to want to bring some color back here. Quite a wonderful little area over there with the brown and yellow, green, and black. Just to get snookers in there that could really put your opponent in some sleepless nights as he's able to get back, maybe clipping off this middle red.
Oh, watch out, jaw. Oh, no. This is a tough one for Ross here. Now, all the colors are up table, luckily, so it's going to force Varun to really move this cue ball. Looks like he's perfectly capable. Might be perfect on this blue to come back down for a red. Yeah, what a wild match. Could have gone either way in a few of those frames for sure. But the 78 break, I think, the highlight of the match for sure. Sets the new high break for the tournament. I believe our score is now up to date. Live on the current break of 7 from Varun. Snooker 155 asking, what was the highest break last year? I don't exactly remember the high break last year. Maybe it was a 60. I think it was 61 maybe.
Could have been, yeah. You got to see a century in tournament play here at the Seattle Snooker Open.
Yeah, no centuries here since Judd Trump was in town. Oh, this is tricky. Look at this. Oh, he has enough clearance to go past that black.
Looks like it's 44-20 with 50 points on. So.
Oh, he's opting for the cushion first on that red. Interesting.
That's going to pull up. Oh, that's leaving Varun a long pot, and he quite excels at these and just coming in without even thinking anything. Maybe you should have taken a little bit more time on that one. Varun was quick to jump on that long pot.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the only downside is he's fast, but he has to be in the right rhythm, you know? I feel like he tends to go a little too quick. That's when he makes the mistakes.
Yeah, it's nice to see Russell that more and more Americans are taking up the game. And it is a challenge. That is looking very nice.
Look at this.
Raise of the hand. So it wasn't intended there. Okay, there's a 93 in the last year's U.S. Nationals. So.
Oh, no, I think that was a mistake. I think that was two 40 breaks like logged together by accident. I remember discussing this at length.
Yeah, sometimes with that cloud snooker, sometimes some players just, they have a break and then they have 40 and they miss, and then the player comes to the table and then they miss, and then the player starts again with a break, and
and it picks up where left off.
Yeah, they don't mark those missed on the scoring software.
I think Ahmed Ali still had the high break during that event, but don't remember if it was about 60 or so.
So Ross is going to put him back, so he's starting to get some well-needed penalty points here. I thought he might have kept him there, but I think he's going to keep going until Varun hits something.
Yep, there's the hit.
Just because the way these color balls are up in the bulk area.
Oh, look at this cue ball. Look at that cue ball. Wow. He almost got in jail for Ross. But he's got to keep a cool head here. It's not out of it. Yeah, we have yet to see a century here. Maybe we'll have a chance today. Who knows?
Maybe, or maybe my wallet might be safe. Burney's best is in this tournament, 100 Canadian dollars.
Let's go.
For any player that makes a century.
Ooh, this looks good. Is he going to bump the pink? No. So, will we see a Canadian-American final? CC awaits the winner of this. Or will it be a full American and stay on U.S. soil?
Very nice shot there.
Wow, excellent.
A little flick off that yellow.
Mm-hmm. Mike Dominguez doing the ball marking. It's actually been working quite well. I was on the tables helping referee some of the matches on the group stage, and tiny little white pencil mark on the table that you can just rub off. Obviously don't want to scratch the felt. You kind of just mark the top of the fibers a little bit with the white line.
Yeah, you're not going to dig into the cloth, just a gentle dusting. Yeah, it's really kind of speeded up the game a bit. I think there's some times when it can get kind of bogged down when there's a lot of people obviously in the room saying where the ball should have gone and maybe looking back on the stream. So this ball marking technique, I think, is going to just keep things moving along at a good pace.
Mm-hmm. It's also very consistent, right? You're going to put the ball, kind of like removing this sort of subjectivity of, I think this player thinks it was more here. This player thinks it was more there. And it kind of covers the majority of cases, but the only concern is that you do miss out on, those balls that are not on the spot maybe that you might have accidentally hit. You do have to think about how to respot those.
Yeah, I think with us in the amateur game, the big point is getting the cue ball back. Sometimes there's some balls that are knocked when you do miss that shot, but sometimes they're inconsequential. They don't really matter too much. It's nice to get them back at least generally close.
Mm-hmm. A nice shot here.
Yeah, I can kind of stun up for that red and just shoot it down the cushion past the pink, so...
Whoops, sorry.
You may see a rematch of last year, this year.
Does Varun have enough in the tank to clear enough of these balls? It is an opportunity. It's probably likely going to be playing safe off of this red, but where's the cue ball going to go? Oof. Awfully close to that pocket. I think he might have snookered himself on this red along the bulk cushion.
True, I think so, because coming off the cushion to hit that red, he's not going to be able to do it, so...
3 cushion safety here. Doesn't want to hit the blue. Oh, watch out, blue. Watch out, blue.
No, he's covered up that pocket. Ouch.
Yeah. Now the way the ball's laid definitely favor Varun, I think, just because of how bogged down everything is. Doesn't want Ross to have an open table to run out, because he's definitely capable. How do you escape this? You're going to go between the pink and green. Get behind the pink. Looks like he's definitely covered top red on the red on the bulk cushion for sure. Don't know about the red closest to the blue. It looks really close. Good safety though.
Yeah, there's maybe a lot of holes that Varun has to go through there. He's going up and down table. It looks like he can get through.
Just get above the black and he should cover that red. It's a tricky, interesting part of the game because when there's 2 reds, you have a lot more areas you gotta think about playing safe. Now, if you can get those reds kind of hugged up to each other and make them, just a 2 ball width, then you really have more of a target to hide behind usually. But when you have 1 red up table, 1 red down table, it makes it a lot more difficult to get any consistent sort of snookers. That's why I think first instinct I would think to kick this red down table, but I'd imagine he kind of wants to keep it close to the other red. So maybe thinning off the left edge might be too aggressive.
Not too bad. Yeah, definitely you got to be mindful that there is 2 reds. Sometimes when you have that 1 red on the table, it's easy to focus on it and get it safe and get your opponent in a snooker, but there's always that extra red that could be on somewhere if you concentrate too much on the 1.
Oh, was he trying? Oh, the blue goes in. Wow.
Dancing with danger there, Varun was.
I wonder if he was trying the plant and then getting the second red to go in off the blue. Big shot here for Ross. Pocket is open. I think the black passes. Oh, no.
Does he let that one? Does that pass the green?
I think it might. But if not, he does have the one into
Nobody.
the green pocket, so it's most likely what he'll take if he wants to get on the black.
Yeah, double trouble there. Not looking good here for the Canadian fans in the stream. I think we're slated to have a rematch.
This red passes. This will be the key ball, frame ball. Yep. Looks like 26 difference. But if he makes this yellow,
That's his frame ball.
this will be frame ball, yeah.
Oh my, that spot just flew around. You know, millions are watching. Got to be professional. Like, I want to throw the player off with a little hijinks and stuff.
No, I think you accidentally just put it on the wrong spot. That is the better spot to place it on, though, for potting the yellow. Ooh, wanted to bump it a little bit more out in the open. So now snookers required for Ross. 30-point difference with 25 on the table. It's going to be 2 snookers unless he gets into the higher value colors. Becoming 1 snooker. Oh, does this have the legs to get behind the pink? No, not quite. We're definitely going to see Ross play on here. This is for his tournament life at stake. It's got a brown that he can hide behind here.
Yeah, the body languages look like he was a little deflated coming to the table. He's got to regroup, let out a few deep breaths.
Maybe the pink. He's playing the pink. Oh, he hit it full. And that's going to be rough because this pink's now touching the bulk cushion. And he's pushed the green into a potable area. Imagine if Varun's able to sink this green. Could be enough to force the concession. Probably not. I imagine he still plays on, but tough spot to here for Ross. What do you do? Pink was an awesome ball to be snookering behind, but just doesn't have a lot of space. Brown is really the only deadly ball to sook behind. Does he get it? Nope, I think it's going to be short. Yeah.
But a nice idea there. Just left the ball safe.
Yeah, where black and pink lie, not really useful for any type of snooker, so it's really just playing behind brown and blue. And he needs 2 of them, just based on how the black and pink are. I don't imagine he would go for the higher value situation, so gonna roll it up to the pocket. Yeah, I think it's a smart shot. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Hopefully playing safe.
Blue's going to help him, I think, there.
Oh, it's close.
Possibly.
No, I think the line is there.
He's coming to the table quickly, but we see that with every shot he takes. Wow.
Yep, nails that one. I think the brown is there, so further digs the hole. $33, 22 remaining. Sorry.
So 3 snookers.
Yeah, 22. 3 snookers, yeah.
Where are we? Yep.
It's not over yet, but luckily he's gotten the black out in the open, which definitely is going to help the cause.
Yeah, could take off the right side off this brown, come off the right cushion, and then the top cushion, get near that black.
Oh, watch out, draw. It's okay.
Maybe trying to just get that pink off of there too. It's a great hiding spot.
Decent double though. Pretty good attempt. Ooh, watch out, black. Nope, it's got too much legs on it. So if you're Varun, you're definitely just trying to, if you get a shot at this brown, you're just going to try to push it up to the pocket, right?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, I think yesterday as well. Just some players just play that, it's not really an aggressive shot. It's kind of just rolling it over there, forcing your opponent that needs snookers to pot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of the Canadians had good efforts today. They just weren't able to pull the trigger.
Oh, here's a chance.
A little disadvantage possibly because these American players are playing on these tables probably daily, whereas
no, Dave Daly was in the round of 16, I believe.
These players play on the table daily.
My apologies. I was trying too cute to make a joke there. Shout out to Dave Daly. Oh no.
Yeah, Ross just not feeling it. That on a good day, he's got his cue ball tight behind that blue. Yeah, sometimes you have to lose to learn how to win. And, there's a little head nod right there. Here comes the handshakes. So Varun is punching his card into the Seattle Snooker Open final of 2023. So good effort by our Canadian friends, but it's going to be an all-American final, a repeat of last year. Will CC Yoo be able to keep that lovely trophy, or Varun will be a first-time tournament winner? Stand by. We'll be coming back at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's about 2.5 hours. So go get some food to eat and a cold drink, maybe even a little cat nap, because it's going to be an exciting one in the final. We could go the distance. So David Burney signing off, and we'll see you back here at 6 p.m.